sound. The hero sound. Oh, do your best Yoshi impression, Aki. That's pretty good. I like that. Picasso.
I like that. Not bad, kid. I like that.
I like that. Hi, guys. Hey. Oh my gosh. I feel like we yap a lot, but whenever it's like presented to us, it's like, what do we yap about?
That's true.
That's true.
I also went to the wrong screen,
Oh.
but I'm good now.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Aki.
Awesome.
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee.
Yeah.
Let me pull up your stream too, because I'm nosy.
You're nosy.
I'm so nosy.
I think it'd be fun if I started a Q&A, so I think I will. Start a Q&A. Ask us anything.
Couples Q&A.
Couples Q&A with Aki. Okay, guys. I'm starting a Q&A. Feel free to ask me and Aki anything you want, and we will answer most anything, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
I will now dox myself.
You'll dox the school you went to that everyone makes fun of you for.
No! No! This is so sad. All people do ask me what school I went to and then laugh.
It's a pretty fun school name.
It is.
We are starting to get questions in. Who popped the question?
Who popped the question?
She told me about the little thing that happened on her stream where you told her to ask me if I'd wait for her. And I said, yes, of course. As long as it takes.
As long as it takes. Yeah, I was telling my chat. I was like, oh my god, she responded. I was like, she said she'd wait as long as it takes. And everyone's like, huge news.
Is Shiki's wedding ring on right now? We have a funny story about that.
No.
So earlier, me, Aki, and another friend were listening to voice packs for specific VTubers. And I was like, I was listening to one of them, and I did not hear. It's like a BFE voice pack, by the way. And I did not hear my husband come into the room, and he kept trying to get my attention, but I was just so locked in listening. And he saw the name of the file, and he took my wedding ring that was placed on my desk, and he showed it to the dogs as if he was going to like feed it to them.
I'm so scared you're gonna lose it for real one day. You guys keep taking them off.
He tolerates so much.
He does. He's the strongest soldier.
What's another one? Best flavor of chips. What's your favorite flavor of chips, Aki?
Depends what kind. I like salt and vinegar, and then also white cheddar. Yummy. What about you?
I like barbecue chips, and also the sour cream and cheddar chips.
Are you eating?
I'm eating.
Your mouth keeps laughing. That's awesome.
Let's see. How is ANYC and meeting all the occultrites that stopped by?
Oh, everyone was so nice. is awesome. And I'm so glad I got to like give away the photo cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah! It's very funny. It's very funny reading BSL with Nitro.
You took a photo of
And
them,
then-
didn't you?
Yeah, they came back like a second time and they're like, "Can you take a photo for us? We don't know who to ask." And I was like, "Okay."
That's so sweet, though.
Yeah, I was like, "This is awesome." And then every time they passed by, I would like wave at them, and they're like, "We're so sorry, like we keep coming back here." And I was like, "No, I love it." Thanks for coming back, guys.
Why are you listening to BFE when you have a guy who can do that stuff for free? Listen, it's like still indulging in like otome games or like your favorite anime character that you have a crush on. It's completely different. Completely.
Yeah. God forbid a married woman dream a little bit.
It's not like he's in competition, except sometimes when I open up Love and Deep Space, he'll be like, "Not this guy again."
Oh my god.
Let's see. I ran out of shampoo. What shampoo do I buy? Not the kind that is like 4-in-1 or whatever the fuck it is.
The one my dad uses, the 5-in-1.
What?
He uses 5-in-1 like Irish Spring.
No.
The ultimate shampoo. I remember, like I was by myself and I like didn't want to go out to buy new shampoo because I was in like a hermit phase. And I was looking around the house and the only shampoo I could find was like the 5-in-1 that my dad left behind. And I was like, is this really what I've become? Terrible.
In the hotel with DK for Vexpo, didn't they have like a 2-in-1? And that's all they had.
Oh my god, terrible. Ah! It was, okay, no, it was a 3-in-1.
Oh.
So it said like, it didn't even say conditioner. It said face, body, and hair. And that was the only thing we had because it was a budget hotel. So we were using it and my hair was so tangled and like dry. I was like, this is terrible. So I went to the lobby with like my wet hair and towel. Because DK had already changed into pajamas, and I was like, I don't want to ask her to go, because I know she's gonna, like, if I'm like, DK, do you mind going for me? She'll go like, ugh. So I was like, I'll just suck it up and go. So I like pulled on clothes, and like put a jacket on, and then I like went to the lobby with my wet hair, and I go up to the desk, and I'm like, do you guys have a hairdryer I can borrow? And also maybe conditioner? And the guy was like, conditioner? He's like, maybe, let me check. I had to go look in the like storage room. So I was like, okay. And he said he would like meet us in our room in like 10 minutes. So I went up there and I just like waited. And then when he finally arrived, I opened the door and he hands it to me and it says like shampoo and conditioner. It was like shampoo, conditioner. And I was like, okay, maybe this will work. So then the next day we tried it, and it was the same exact thing! They just put it in a different bottle! My hair was terrible! Also, I just realized we never actually answered the question. Let me see which one I use. I've been using a Japanese brand, actually.
Ooh.
What's it called? It's called And Honey.
And honey?
Yeah, like the and sign, and honey, melty.
Ooh, I also use like
Awesome.
a honey scented. It's like a honey and shea butter or shea butter, whatever you pronounce it as.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
guys. Just use the ones that say honey on them.
Yeah. It appeals to us women. Let's see. Have you two explored each other's minds and walked in each other's temporal mind palaces? Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, when I was at CVS earlier and I like thought of something to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I should tell her this. So then I like took out my phone, opened my DMs, and the second I started typing, it said like Shiki is typing. I was like, what? I was like, no way. We thought of each other at the same time.
Yeah!
Yeah! They watched together. We did.
Watched another movie last night. My favorite
So
coming of
good.
age comedy.
It was so funny.
Good Boys. So good.
It was very funny.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
It was really fun because we watched it with DK, and then each of us like kind of matched one of the boys.
Yeah, Aki's definitely Lucas.
Yep, she's Lucas. That was
Yep.
like the first thing you said, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, who's who? And you're like, Aki's definitely Lucas.
And DK's definitely Thor. It was so
It was
funny.
so funny. Oh.
Which one gets rid of the bugs and which one hides in another room? Are you afraid of bugs?
I am, but I kind of just release them. Except that one time when I was packing on my call with you guys. I like flipped my suitcase over. And I saw, it looked like spider eggs. And then like a spider. And I was like, no. I was like, nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh. And then, I remember I was like, guys, I'm so scared. And then I muted to like deal with it. And then while I was muted, they were on call being like, alright guys, I think she might die. You're like, let's place our bets. Will Aki die or live? And I was like, listening to you guys while trying to get rid of the spider. And I was like, why would they say that?
It's out of love.
Thanks.
Love and sportsmanship.
Yes, love and peace.
Did you die?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I did freak out for a while. I was like, oh. And then I asked my dad to come check. Because he was like helping us pack stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, that's just mold. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I was like, so it's not spider eggs. I'll be okay.
I'll be okay.
It's just mold.
It's just mold, as if that's any better.
It's alright. I'm the strongest ever.
Ooh, okay. Pineapple on pizza, fries on pizza, and pickles on pizza. How do you feel?
Fries on pizza?
That's really
Is that
common in
a thing?
Italy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
In Italy? What? Fries on pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pineapple on pizza is super popular in Asia, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good though. Oh wait, it was pineapple, fries, and pickles?
I think all is separate things, but yeah, it's pineapple, fries, and pickles.
I've only had pineapple on pizza because I lived in Asia for a while. And they love pineapple on pizza. They put pineapple and honey on pizza.
Oh yeah!
Yeah!
Have you ever tried the boba pizzas?
Oh my god, yes. It made me really sick, but it actually tasted pretty good. I ate it and afterwards I was like, oh, I don't feel so good. But it tastes pretty good because I like, it's like when you eat cheese,
Yeah.
and then they give you like honey and like jam to go with the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I like honey with cheese and on like crackers or bread.
Mm.
It's like the little charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good. So I think like sweet stuff goes well with honey. I mean, what? Cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there is boba pizza.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yummy. Oh, how long have you been tabling at conventions?
Only? This is my second year actually.
Really? I thought you were doing it for
Yeah,
longer.
last year was my first time applying. It was like that kind of situation where, because I've reached this like mindset where I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna apply for everything. So like, even if I don't think I'll get accepted or that like I qualify for something, I'll still apply for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my head, I'm like, I have nothing to lose. So,
Nothing to lose.
I wanted to try. So the first place I applied to was Anime NYC, which is like really big. So I was like, I'm not gonna get accepted, but I applied anyway because I was like, I guess it'd be fun if I tabled. And then they accepted me, and I was like, oh, pleasantly surprised. But then I also didn't prepare anything for it because I assumed I would be rejected. So then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll try now. And I actually, the first time I tabled, since I had nothing, I was so worried that I would have nothing to sell. So for like 2 months straight, I was just drawing.
Mm-hmm.
And my like chat will remember and stuff, but all I did was like draw every stream. And I kept going like, it's not enough, I need to make more, it's not enough. And then at the end of the month, I like counted everything I did, and I made like 64 charms.
Oh my god.
But the whole time I was like, it's not enough. But after I counted like 64, I was like, oh, I guess I'm fine. And everyone was like, we told you it was fine. But I always had that mindset, because this year I was also like, I don't have enough.
You had a lot in your catalog. Like, so much.
Yeah. I realized that after, but I always have that sort of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was preparing, I think I drew 20-something in a week. But then I was like, why does it feel like I didn't make anything? Terrible. Oh. Terrible.
Ugh. Ooh. Who's having the baby? Definitely me. Why'd you make those noises?
Having a baby?
Definitely me. Aki's gonna be a super cool, like, not wine aunt, coffee aunt.
Coffee aunt. I told her I'd be like the really cool kind. Like I'll show up and just have like the newest Switch. I'll be like, here you go, kid.
Oh yeah.
I'll show up with presents every time, so they think I'm super cool.
And they'll be like, I hate you, Mom and Dad. I'm gonna go live with Aunt Aki. And then you'll be like, hold on.
Well, not too much. Let's slow down, guys. The mysterious friend of the family. Yeah, I'm gonna show up with so much cool stuff.
It's beginning to sound like your husband is just like there. No.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
He already thinks I'm a home wrecker.
Oh, I guess
not
this
on
is a question that
purpose.
I feel. Since Aki, you have met my husband in person, how would you describe him to my audience?
I'm trying to think what my first impression was. He's really, really nice. So he's like extremely outgoing and friendly. And I'm a pretty cautious person, I would say. And I definitely spoke to you more than I like spoke to him. But I felt really comfortable talking to him right off the bat because he's just so friendly.
Yeah.
It's like really friendly energy. I think you like described him as this before, but it is very like golden retriever.
Yeah. We have
So
like
he's really outgoing.
we have like a golden retriever black cat relationship.
Yeah, he's super outgoing. And I don't know how to explain it. Well, he's really considerate. So I'm like really happy you guys are together. Because
Thank
I'm like,
you.
oh, she deserves the best. I thought it was really funny though. Because he has a specific style. It's pretty awesome.
A specific style.
Very friendly guy.
I object. Yura, what are you objecting to? Wife number 2 enters the arena.
Oh, poor husband.
Poor husband.旦那様. Everyone around you. She wants me all to herself.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Can't believe she's fighting over being third banana to this polycule apparel.
Polycule apparel.
This is so sad. Can we get 500 likes?
So sad.
5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. How many rings can you stack on the finger? Good question. We should test that. Let's see. Do you think you could one day cosplay as Shiki, Aki?
I would love to actually.
Which
That's so
Shiki?
cute.
Which one would you do?
I think the like winter one is really cute.
Ooh.
And also the pajama one.
Ooh.
I prefer longer hair just because I look terrible with short hair. I remember what was it? I cosplayed Daisuke from mouthwashing. And I looked at myself with like the short hair and I was like, what the hell? I had short hair once in like middle school and I looked so bad. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Oh no.
But pajama Shiki would be so cute.
They said I think Aki is too stacked to cosplay Shiki properly.
What? No guys.
No.
Please, I can make it work.
She starts binding.
She starts binding.
I do think that in my first, like, my actual, like, first model, that Shiki's wearing, like, a compression top. So, like, her chest is kind of, like, compressed a little bit.
Yes. I mean, that style of clothing, usually they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, here's a good question.
Oh.
No, you go. Sorry.
When I was in Japan,
Hmm.
and we were looking through like kimonos and stuff, because I really wanted to try one on. My sister and I were looking together, and my sister is like a really, really blunt person.
Yeah.
And she also words things in like the worst way always. So we were looking at kimonos, and I was like, I really want to try it on, and she's like, I don't think you should. And I was like, what? And then she was like, I don't think it will look good on you. And I was like, I was also at like my worst like self-confidence phase. So I was like, what do you mean it wouldn't look good on me? I got really, really upset because I was like, it's not gonna look good on me. Is it because I'm ugly? And my sister was like, yeah, it just doesn't match you. And then I got really sad. And then she realized I got really sad. So she was like, oh no, it's just because of your chest. I was like, oh, But like I was already so upset. But she was like explaining it to me and she's like, no, it's because like they prefer like a flatter chest and like this style of clothing. So like you would have to compress it. But like as she was explaining it, I was already so sad. I was like, okay. I was like so mad and also sad. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I was like really upset.
No.
And she was like, she's doing that thing. So she over explains herself when she realizes she like didn't word things properly.
Mm-hmm.
So she was giving me like an info dump about like the history of like traditional Japanese clothing, and she's like, it's because they think it's more like proper, and she was like explaining everything to me, but I was like barely listening because I was already really mad. And I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, I get it. I'm ugly. It looks bad. I was like, and she was like, no. And it was like so long ago, and my parents are just like watching us. And they're like, oh man.
That's so sad.
I got so upset. I like couldn't get over it, even though she explained herself.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Here's a question you'll like, Aki. Who is your favorite 100-line character? You seem like a Gaku lover to me.
Who said that?
Tyler did.
I do like Gaku. My favorite is Yugamu though. I like Yugamu. I like Yugamu the most. Gaku is like I do like ugly hairstyles. So I saw him and I was like, this happened with Yugamu too. I was like, the ugly hairstyle has captured my interest.
I bet you love Yu-Gi-Oh!
I bet you love Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. But I didn't think Gaku was like that interesting. But then I started playing, and then you've like gone through the beginning, so you would get it. But when he started talking, I was like, okay, this guy's kind of funny. I was like, this is kind of awesome.
Because I'm poor?
Well, is it because I'm poor? It was what was that one thing he said? He's like funny, but in like a horrible way. You're like, oh my god, what's wrong with this guy? He's like, you think, are you making fun of me because I'm poor? And he's like, I hate all of you rich snobby people. And then that other thing he said where he's like, what was it? He's like, if I'm stuck in a place like this, I would at least hope it was like with all girls. And he was like, I wish I was the only male, so like they would have no choice but to all love me. And then I was like, this is terrible. But I thought he was so funny. And everything he said was just so funny. And then I don't know how far you are.
Literally, we found that little guy in the trash can.
I actually predicted that. I was like, when they were looking for the guy, I was like, oh man, we're gonna find him in pieces in a trash can or something. And then it like happened, and I was like, oh my god. And then somebody in my chat was like, you've played too many Uchikoshi games. Like, you just started thinking like him. It was so funny. But okay, I won't spoil then, but I thought he was a really, really funny character in like a terrible way.
In a terrible way.
And he's also really fun to tease, and I like really like.
She likes pathetic boys.
I like pathetic losers, and like if they're like really easy to tease or like rage bait, and Gaku's like that. And then, so when there's like a scene where like you get to, how do I say this without spoiling? You kind of like mess with him a little, right? I was like, I can't wait to mess with Gaku. And then he like starts talking more about his like personal life, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is so sad. I think he's like a really he was very like, I just liked him because he was funny, but then I think he was more complex later on. And I was like, you know what, I've taken an actual liking to you. You're awesome. And I think it's really funny because everyone's first reaction to him is like, we gotta kill this guy.
We gotta kill this guy.
So I loved when I posted about him, and then you were like, no.
No.
There was one thing he said where I was like, we gotta kill this guy, though. I was like, alright, I think it's time.
Ooh. Who's taller? Aki's taller.
I am.
Aki is taller by like...
I give off, like, short energy, but...
She's like... You're like 4 inches taller than me, right? Something like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 inches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's funny because people expect me to be, like, really, really short.
But you're average height.
I'm, like, pretty average height, especially for, like, a East Asian woman. But when people meet me, they talk like I'm like 6 feet tall because they're like, oh my god, you're so much taller than I thought you'd be. Like, how tall did you think I was?
Yeah, when we first started talking, I thought that you'd be shorter, but then I remember I was looking at your Personas page and it said like 5'4", 5'5", or something like that, and I was like, what?
How could this be?
How could this be? It's just like DK has like a deeper voice than you, but she's like she's like my height or a little tiny, like just a centimeter shorter.
Yeah, okay, not gonna lie. She says she's like your height, but I'm like, I think she might be a bit shorter.
She's like, I remember we stood side by side in the mirror, and I think DK was like a centimeter or so shorter than me. Just barely. Just barely.
I remember, I was like, because she told me her height, and then I was like, I feel like she's shorter than she says she
Yeah,
is.
because on her ID it says she's like 5'1" or 5'2", but like she's shorter than me. Just slightly.
Yeah, so I was like, huh, because I like calculated the difference between us. So I was like, if she's 5'1", we would only be like 3 inches apart. But I was like, I feel like this is more than 3 inches.
It definitely is, because like you and I have like a clear difference, and then DK is just like a little bit shorter than me, so it's like, something isn't adding up.
Yeah, I was like, I guess she's 5'1" with her shoes on.
Because I was like, DK, come here, stand in front of the mirror, let's both take our shoes off. And because like there's not that much difference between us. Like DK like had to like wear my clothes. So
that's true, she did borrow your clothes.
She borrowed my shorts.
I was so embarrassed when she asked me for shorts, and I remember I was like, the kind that you wear like under skirt, like safety shorts? And she was like, yeah. So I brought my safety shorts, and she's like, these aren't shorts. And I was like, what? You asked for a safety short.
And then she pulls out my Adam Sandler shorts and wears those for the rest of the night.
It was awesome. I love how everyone was like, what's wrong with your outfit? And then she was like, oh, I look terrible. And then the whole time I was like, I like it.
I like it. It's comfy.
I think it looks pretty awesome.
DK is so cute though.
She is.
She's so cute.
She is. I never told her directly. I was like, I think you might be shorter than 5'1". But like whenever we would walk together, I would like mentally measure the distance.
Next time we're all together IRL, I'm bringing a tape measure because we need to figure this out. She's like one of those.
We have to get to the bottom of this because she's always like, no, I'm 5'1". I'm like, I don't know.
It's like those guys that say they're 6 feet. When they're not.
Oh my god.
That would be so silly.
I did think of this when we were at Vexpo too. I was like,
She was like, no, I'm 5'1", it says so on my license.
I was like, I don't know. Cause when I got measured, by like my doctor, He was like, "You're 5'3", and I was like, "But I'm 5'4".
I remember when I was like 16, my doctor measured me and told me I was 5'2", and so I was like, "Oh, this is awesome. I'm like not short." And then I met someone who was actually 5'2", and I was like, "What the heck?" And I measured myself, and at the time I was only like 4'11", and I was like, "What the hell?"
No! I used to think I was like 5'2" also because they said I was, and then I realized it's just because I would like shrink when I was like at the doctor's because I would get really shy, so I would just like shrink a little bit, and like it was just my posture. And then once I like fixed my posture, I was like, wait, I'm 5'4".
I think I'm a centimeter short of 5'1". Like I'm 154 centimeters.
It's okay. You can round up.
I can round up.
Yes.
My driver's license might have said 5'4" for a decade. I didn't realize it was misprinted a few years ago. Oh no.
No.
Well, I can't round up for too long.
You're taller or shorter?
Good question. I feel like height isn't that big of a deal, especially when you get to be like in your 30s or so, because inevitably you start shrinking. Like my mom is starting to shrink.
Oh no!
She was your height
my mom too.
in her peak, and then now she's like I want to say like 5'2".
Really?
Yeah.
My mom is 5'7". But then recently I feel like she's gotten shorter too.
My grandma in her peak was like 5'9", and then like but I was like, she was what? Because like when she was still alive, she was like I don't know, like 5'6". Like she lost like 3 inches or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so freaking scared.
I'm so fucking scared, Aki. My husband told me that his grandma also like I think she was like, oh my god, like maybe 4'11" or 5 feet at her peak, and she like it was like 4'7" when she passed away.
What?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so freaking scared.
I'm so freaking
what the heck? What's wrong with them? What's wrong with the human body? I'm so freaking scared.
I need to look this up scientifically. Why do old people shrink? Okay. Bone loss. With age, bones become less dense and more prone to fractures. The vertebrae, the bones in the spine, can compress and shorten over time. And then like disc degeneration, muscle loss, postural change. Let's see. How many inches can you lose to being old? Oh, people typically lose 1 to 3 inches of height over a lifetime. What?
Huh. Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm gonna be like 4'9" or 4'10".
No. It's okay.
The most annoying thing ever is when, like, I say how tall I am around Xander and he says, oh, 4'12".
No. I think I heard that once actually. I was like, yeah, he has said that before. Wait, he said that to DK too.
What? I see it. I think we should kill him. Not actually. Not actually. I mean, like in Minecraft.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, I'm so used to like whenever my friends talk about anything, I'm like, I think we should kill them with bricks.
You do say that a lot.
I do say that a lot. Oh, this is a good question.
I say it too.
How did you two meet? The loaders.
Yes.
The loaders.
On Discord. Where
Yes.
you meet the best people.
Yes. Exactly how we met is I'm a part of a like VTuber friend group server where a lot of us like play games together, and DK was there before, and then she was like, can I invite my friend Aki? And then Aki was there for a while, and I like joined call a few times, but I didn't really get close to Aki. And then I watched 11 Deep Space video, I think, and I messaged Aki. It was when I was taking care of my dad back in the springtime, and I messaged Aki, and I was like, Aki, I started Love and Deep Space, and like we talked for like 3 hours straight. Like
you activated.
it was like an activation, and then we started talking like all the time, and then we met in person at Off-Kai Expo.
Yes.
Yes, and the rest was history.
That's so funny. That always happens to me. I'll like never talk to someone, and then they'll say one thing, and I'll be like, oh, and then like I talk to them for like 2 hours straight. I remember my friend asked me like one question about Fire Emblem, and I was like, oh my god. And I started like explaining the whole entire plot, and then like the entire character writing of like this one guy. And it was like essays and essays I just kept sending, and my friend was like, oh my god. It's awesome. But yeah, it was I think I was like about to eat dinner one day, and then DK was like, do you want to play Repo? Like we need someone to like fill in. Do you want to play Repo with me and like a few of my friends? And I like never played Repo before, so I was like, I don't know how to play though. And she's like, it's okay, like we'll teach you. And I'm also, again, like really cautious. So I was like, I don't know, because I'm like, what if they don't like me? Like what if I just like don't mesh well with the rest of her friends, kind of thing. And she was like, no, they're all really nice people, it's okay. And I was like, you know what, whatever. So then I joined the game and I was like playing with them. And halfway through, like Xander joined the call. And then, but I couldn't hear him because they were actually in like the server calling. But I didn't know that, so they were just talking to him, but I couldn't hear anything. And they're like, oh, can she join the server, kind of thing. And obviously, like, everyone there had no idea who I was, so they were like, I don't know. But I like could not hear the other side of the conversation. So all I heard was DK being like, oh, by the way, can I add Aki? And then like silence, and then her being like, oh, no, she's cool. And like silence, and then she's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And I was like, am I being rejected right now? It was like one-sided conversation, only like everyone else except for me could hear, and I was like, oh man, what's happening? And then he joined the game like shortly after, and then we played Repo together too. And apparently he was like vibe checking me, but I didn't know. So I was like, oh, I guess I passed.
Yeah, around the time that you were at us, when like way too many people were being added to the server.
Yeah.
And now there's so many people that we have to be a democracy, and like in order for anyone to join the server, we have to have 3 people vouch for the person.
Oh my god.
There's too many people.
There's too many people. There is, and that's like funny coming from me because I'm like kind of new. It was really fun though, because I've like never spoken to so many people before. And then I actually remember we wrote like our first impressions of each other already, because we got this like couples app. I saw my friend using this couples app, and they were raising like a little creature in the game. So I was like, I want a little pet. So I was like asking my friend where to download this app, and my friend is like, it's for couples though. Like you need a partner in order to get this pet. And I was like, oh man. And then yeah, my friend was like, yeah, so I guess you can't download it. And I was like, this sucks. And then I think I was like complaining to you and like Connie and DK. I was like, man, I can't download this. And then Shiki right away was like, I'll download it.
And the thing was, like, we spent one day on that, and then we stopped using it completely.
Yeah, because I was like, how do we even get this pet? challenge where
This is too
and there's
much
like
work.
daily questions you have to like answer about each other, but then when I click on it, it's like
One-on-one.
you have to come up with the question.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to
do this.
But the first question they ask you is like, when did you get together? And then it's like, oh, what's your first impression of each other? And I remembered my first impression, like when I first met you. I was like, oh, she has such a nice voice. And I also like had seen you around before. So it was like, oh, I've seen her around. But I like didn't know your content. And then I forgot, did we play Repo?
We
We
did.
were playing Repo. And I was like, she's so nice. But then I wasn't sure if you liked me because I just like am not sure if anyone likes me. So I was like, oh, I hope I had a good first impression. And then I like checked out your content like when we started talking more. And it was very like, oh my god, our other friend described it this way, but it was like casually meeting God.
No.
It was like after we met at Offkai, I like looked into your content more, and I was like listening to your songs, and I was like, what the freak? I was like, oh my god, she's so talented. And then I like watched your stream and stuff, and I was like, what the heck? And it really does feel like that moment where like I just casually met like such an awesome person, and then like became friends with them too, and then like you don't realize it until like that moment, and I was like, whoa.
Oh my. Yeah. I honestly had like a similar moment. Was that like after you and I talked about Love in Deep Space, I like stalked your entire like Twitter, like art Twitter, your like VTubing Twitter, and I was like, oh my god, her art is so awesome. Like I scrolled back like as far as like Twitter would let me go. And I was like, what the heck?
My old art.
She's this awesome artist. Actually, I'm gonna read what our first impressions of are on the app. So for me, I said she was so funny and passionate about the things she liked. I felt instantly comfortable. And then Aki said, I thought she was very cool, and I really liked her voice. I was super nervous because I didn't know her, and I hoped that she would have a good impression of me.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was really funny though, because I think we talked about it, but we were both like, I don't know how much I can say because I don't know if this other person is as crazy as me. But then I think
I matched your freak.
And I was like, okay, I think it's fine.
Hold on, I'm gonna scroll back in our conversation to see what was the turning point.
I'm like trying to remember too. It's very much like when you become friends with someone and it feels like you've been friends for years. And then the other day you were telling me like, oh, even though like we met in spring and stuff, it was like pretty recent, but we're like so close now. And I was like, it's only been a few months.
I know. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Let's see. I'm gonna scroll all the way to the back. Let's see. I'm scrolling. I remember we talked a lot about K-pop too during that first.
Oh, yes.
I'm scrolling so far. We really talked for fucking ever.
We do talk a lot.
This is when you started feeling comfortable enough to like show me your Yume ship art, and we were talking in call, and then we started DMing about it, and then you started showing me. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Still scrolling.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
For who?
For me, because I said something really embarrassing.
You did?
I talked about how I Yume ship myself with my husband's VTuber.
Oh my god, I remember that. That's so funny. Wait, that's actually so funny. When you told me, I was like, that's awesome. It's like you get 2 husbands.
I'm in the K-pop conversation where I was telling you about Jay from like Boys Planet and how like people try to cancel him because he was moderately annoying on Discord when he was like younger, and there's like a screenshot of him saying, "If you leave the server, I'll poopy in your cereal."
And then he got like completely canceled for that.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I actually was at Crate and Barrel when you were talking to me about it. And I was like walking around because my dad's idea of like father and daughter time is going to Home Depot or like Crate and Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Home Depot and then we were at Crate and Barrel and we're just looking at plates. And then you started like telling me about him. And I was like reading the messages while like looking at plates with my dad. My dad would be like, "This one's pretty good." Like point to a plate and I'm like, "Yes." And then like also be talking to you. Like, I can't believe they canceled him for this.
This is so
Home
fucking
Depot
funny.
is awesome.
Home Depot. Okay. The next question. Last Kodaka question because I don't want to gum up the works. Who do you think is the superior twink, Ato or Nagito?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm not far enough in 100 line. I think.
Aki, I have to go to the bathroom really quickly. You go on your little tangent. I'll be back.
She knows. That's so funny. She's like, yeah, she's gonna start talking a lot. Okay, guys. So, I don't think I'm far enough in 100 line, but I really, really like Ato. I'm trying to remember like when I started liking Ato a lot. I feel like you. Okay, I'm trying to say it without spoilers. What was the question? Who's the better twink? Character-wise, I am not far enough into the game. I do like Nagito a lot. Sorry, I just remembered what I did for my stream yesterday. My chatting overlay was just an image of Nagito Komaeda. And I like put my face over his face. Anyways, I do like him a lot. I'm trying to think of how to word it without spoiling things. I feel like the further I get though, the more I will probably like Ato. Because his character is hyped up so much. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. I saw this one post in particular. Because before they released 100 line, Kodako was like, the way he was tweeting was like, if this doesn't sell well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So everybody was like, oh my god, we have to buy 100 line or Kodako's going to like off himself. But the way he was tweeting was very like, I put like everything into this game. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't do well. So everyone was joking about the way he was like talking and stuff, right? But then after the game came out and people had time to play through it, at least enough to get to the first ending, a lot of people were saying like, oh my god, I get why he was so stressed out about this game not selling well. And then, yeah, it was like, if this game doesn't sell, I'll live on the street and then crew myself. And someone made a post that was like, okay, I get it now, because if I wrote a character like Ato and my game didn't sell well, I would also crew myself. So I was like, wait, this writing is fire? I was like, okay. And then I saw so much praise for his character. So now I'm like super, super interested. Because I actually haven't gotten, I think, far enough to get a total, like to gauge his character in the way that it deserves to be gauged. So I can't speak much on him for now, especially because I don't want to spoil anything. So I don't want to like say anything much, because I really do feel like it's such a good game to go into blind. But I will say I have really high hopes for his character. I'm super interested, and I did get spoiled a little bit. Not like too much. I got spoiled for something, like one really important thing. But I think that's it. Other than that, it was like really small stuff. Like I saw one CG that was spoilery, but there's no context, so I don't think it really matters since out of context, any CG and 100 line just doesn't make any sense. But I will say the CG I saw was so funny. It was of Ato, but it was like absolutely hilarious. And I think if you have seen it, you'll know which one I'm talking about. But it's like the craziest CG ever of him, and it's so funny. Do you see that one? I did see that one. I was actually warned about that ending specifically because I think the ending triggers because of Yugamu. Like he says something and then he offers something, and then that kind of like branches off into that specific ending. And my friend told me, like, I think you should be careful around this time because I feel like you'll say yes to anything Yugamu does. And I was like, yeah, I would. If you haven't seen a lot of Ito, you haven't seen insane deaths he can plunge into. Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to because I did see an insane CG of him, and I think it's the funniest like illustration ever. Yugamu is really awesome. He really is. That one was great. Yeah, that one is oof. Everyone was spreading it like wildfire. So I feel like it's impossible to have not seen it. But there's another one that's like really, really funny. It's like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it without spoiling again, but there's 3 people in the CG, and Ato's like hiding in the CG, and it's really, really funny because he has the craziest expression on his face.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Your chat is just completely 100 line now.
Awesome.
Awesome. I like how you're like, this is a good time for me to go do what I have to do because she's about to go off. Welcome back.
It was a good opportunity, especially if you talked about like spoilers and stuff.
True, I didn't talk about spoilers. I tried really hard not to. But it was like, I can't say much then because I feel like it's such a good game to go into blind.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna play
Oh,
more of it
yeah.
on Tuesday.
Really? Yay!
Every Tuesday is 100 line with my friends.
Tuesdays when my flight is.
No.
We really do talk like long distance lovers. I remember when I was at Vexpo, I was like, man, we're so many hours apart. I had to wait for her to wake up. And then I was thinking more about it, and I was like, it's gonna be even worse when I'm in Asia. I was like, oh, no.
Okay, if Connie Kanizawa can make it work, we can make it work.
That's so true.
Because, you know, Connie wakes up so early in the morning and calls with us.
You're right. I'm gonna start waking up early.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's a good question. Do you know each other's favorite food? I think we know like foods that we like, but I don't know if we know our ultimate favorite foods.
I don't have an ultimate favorite food.
I know you
I'm
really
big
like mac and
greedy.
cheese, and you like lasagna.
I do really like mac and cheese.
You like bagels.
Pizza.
And pizza. You really like junk food
about,
too.
Yeah, we talk about junk food a lot. Because I like... growing up, junk food was like a little treat for me.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you like order delivery and it's like it's junk food, I'm like, that's so awesome. We talk about junk food so much. What was it?
Would you say Italian is like your favorite cuisine?
I do really love Italian food. Let me think.
Awesome.
I think Korean cuisine also. Korean, Italian. I really like Greek food, actually. Yes. So I think Greek, Italian, and Korean food, probably. Yes. I know you really like sushi.
I do like sushi. Like curry. And
Curry.
prime rib.
It is curry your favorite food, right? I was like,
Yeah.
is there another one?
Curry's the best, but I have like a specific meal that's like my favorite meal ever, and it's like prime rib with like roasted
Ooh.
Brussels sprouts and mashed potatoes.
Mashed
All
potatoes
together.
are so good. Were we? I think we were talking about Thanksgiving, and then it's like
Oh my God.
Thanksgiving food is the best
Thanksgiving food.
ever.
Oh, it's so
Oh
good.
yeah. I think especially because I'm like Asian, every single time it's November, I'm like, oh my God, the most the day of the year I can be super American. I was like, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I'm always like, oh, I love Thanksgiving. And like growing up, it was like everyone looking forward to Christmas, and I'd be like, Thanksgiving is soon. And I love it so much. It's just like 1 week of like only eating Thanksgiving food.
Yes. It's awesome.
Someone asked if we ever had deep fried turkey.
I have.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It's okay. So a lot of people in the South, like, instead of like cooking their turkey in the oven, they will like deep fry it.
What?
Yeah.
Is it like fried chicken?
It tastes the same. It's just, I guess, like it's a bit crispier on the outside. I prefer like oven
Crispier.
roasted.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did tell my chat about how it was like a while ago, but you were like, you're like, are you doing anything on Thanksgiving? And you're like, you should come over to my place for Thanksgiving. And I thought it was so funny because I was telling my chat, my dad really, really likes you. And it's because you're Southern. And he's like a Southern America boo. And like he always tells me about like his college days and how like his Southern friends would invite him over for Thanksgiving, and that was like his favorite thing ever.
Aww.
And he would be like, yeah, they'd always be like, you should come over for Thanksgiving. So then when you asked me, I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's happening. And I told my dad, I was like, yeah, I made this new friend, and she's from the South. And my dad was like, she's from the South? And then I was like, yeah. And then he's like, oh my gosh, I had so many Southern friends in college. And I was like, yeah, I know you did. And then he starts like telling me about his college days again. And I was like, you know what? The other day, she actually invited me over to her house for Thanksgiving. And my dad was like, that's amazing. And he's like, I really like this friend of yours. And he like knows nothing about you. It's like the only thing he knows about you is that you're Southern and invited me over for Thanksgiving. And he was like, oh my God, like I love this friend of yours. She's awesome. Like that's so nice. And he's like, yes, I'm so happy you made a friend like this.
This is awesome.
He's like, this is the best day of our lives. And I was like, yeah, she's very friendly, and she even offered to like let me stay at her place if I ever visit. And he was like, yes, the Southern people are like that.
The Southern people. That's awesome.
It's so awesome. Yeah, he's a self-taku. He's also a very like he'll just like act out scenes from like old American movies.
Oh my God.
And he loves Grease and West Side Story.
Oh my god. I show up to your house and I put on like a really heavy southern accent and start singing Summer Nights.
I think he'll start freaking out. He's gonna start shaking. No, he's gonna sing with you.
Summer lovin'.
He's gonna start snapping his fingers. He always does the finger snapping thing. Whenever he tells me the plot of West Side Story like at least once a year. And I'm like, I know West Side Story. But he'll like re-explain the plot to me. And every time he talks about the gangs and stuff, he starts snapping his fingers.
He's so fucking funny.
Yes. It's so funny watching him like do specific things. Because we'll go out for like burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, yes.
Oh,
An American burger. And then he'll like get ice cold Coke, and then we're eating and he'll like put it on the roof of his car and have the car door open and then like lean on the car door. And I'm like, I've seen this before in a movie. Like he'll just act out scenes from like old movies. Because he thinks it's the most awesome thing ever.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, so I think you guys would really get along.
Maybe he'd get along with my dad, because my dad is a true redneck.
Oh, my dad would love that actually.
Awesome. Ooh.
Awesome.
There's a question that says, okay ladies, I need you two to settle the debate if you've seen the anime. Inuyasha or Sesshomaru?
I like Inuyasha.
I do too. He's kind of more pathetic.
I think it's because we have the same type though. Yes, I do like Inuyasha.
He's very bratty.
Yes.
He's very bratty.
And he's a dog.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
I feel like women who favor Sesshomaru are like they're like at the top of the food chain, if that makes sense.
They are.
They are like the prettiest women.
They are. They're like always really put together and cool.
Yeah.
And graceful.
Yeah.
And we're like, Inuyasha's so awesome.
Awesome.
He's so cute.
Ooh,
Yes, Tsundere.
this is a really good question for us. I think it's gonna be a hard question for you, Aki.
Oh no.
Silas or Caleb, who wins? You can only choose one. Leave me Zane from BSL.
Leave me Zane! That's so funny. Okay, is it like which one I like more?
Yes.
I will shorten this before I start talking a lot. The way I play Love and Deep Space is I kind of see the MC as like a separate character from me. Like it's kind of also me, but like her own character also. Cause I think they put so much lore into the game also. So me personally, I like Caleb more. But for the character, I like her with Silas more. If
Oh
that
yeah,
makes sense.
because of their lore.
Yeah, and I think his story is so well written, but it ties into her story also so well. So I'm like, oh, I love them together so much. But personally, I like Caleb more. And I remember before I got into the game, it was before they added him. And I saw like a photo of him, and I was like, he looks like my type, but it was before they added him. So then when they announced that they were adding him, I was like, oh no. Like I think I'm gonna like him a lot. And I was playing it, and I really liked Raphael because he's so funny. He's like one of the funniest people in the whole world to me. So I liked Raphael a lot, and then when the update came out with Caleb, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Raphael.
And he pays you.
And he pays
is your next cooking stream and what menu item, if you don't mind? I have no idea. I've been wanting to do another cooking stream because I haven't done one in so long. But I feel like, I don't know why, and I don't understand the anxiety with it, but I feel like ever since I made my announcement about my marriage, I've been like anxious to do handcam content. I don't know why, because there's nothing associated with it, like at all, but I'm like, I don't know why. I've been really like anxious about doing that kind of thing. But
is it because it's like more personable?
I guess like there's a part of me that's afraid of stepping on any more toes, if that makes sense. I don't know how to put it, because I feel like, I don't know. It's the ring.
It's the ring. I kind of get it. I'm also like, I can see why it makes you anxious, but from my perspective, I'm like, oh, but it feels totally fine, but I think it's also because I don't give a gas.
Yeah, there's like, I want to come back to like handcam content. I've just been, it's like, it's like, the times that I had it scheduled, I like got sick and I had to cancel, and then like other times I'm just like, oh, I'm really anxious to do this for some reason. But I don't really understand the psychology behind it, but honestly, a lot of things make me anxious these days. Like, I feel like I've talked about this on my alt Twitter a little bit, but like my mental health has been like severely like debilitating the last like 3 months. So I'm like trying to get that sorted out so that I can be normal again, because I can't do anything anymore. So I'm just trying to get better, because a lot of things don't make sense. Like a lot of things make me anxious that don't make sense. I remember I spent my whole birthday this year so anxious. Like my anxiety was debilitating to the point where I didn't do anything. Like I felt terrible the whole day. I was having panic attacks and hyperventilating, and I couldn't sleep, and it was terrible. And it's just been happening like on and off like for the last several months. But I do want to come back to cooking handcam stuff soon. I just don't know when. Maybe in October we could do like a Halloween treat handcam or something like that, and that'd be
so cute.
Yeah.
That is true though. You have been more anxious lately.
Yeah. Oh my god, me messaging Aki being like, I'm gonna die!
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know how to explain it, and I can't tell you why, but I think I'm gonna die. I'm like, oh
no. Oh, here's a question for you.
I remember
Wait, no, you go.
We posted at the same time. I was like, I forgot what I said. I was like, I feel absolutely terrible.
We both posted it.
And then you like posted it around the same time, and I was like, oh.
We both feel terrible today.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
I'm an empath, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
So empath.
Here's a question for you, Aki. Are you a dog fan or a cat fan? And if you're a dog fan, can you see Shiki wearing a leash while you hold it?
Who said this?
Tyler.
Okay.
Different.
I like dog-coated people. I like dog-coated people, but for like pets and stuff, like animals, I really, really love cats. It's like when how do I describe it? You know how it's just in like a dog's nature, like when they see a human, they just get really happy. That's me, but like with cats. Like if I see a cat, I'll immediately get so happy. Like I'll just like light up. I'll be like, oh my god, and I feel so happy whenever I see a cat. It like makes my whole day. I feel so happy around cats. I don't know how to describe it. So I really like going to like cat cafes and stuff like that, because I could spend like hours in there
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm also not a very hyper person. Like, I'm not very bubbly or hyper, I think, most of the time.
Mm.
So it's really nice to just, like, sit next to a cat and, like, not do anything. It's so relaxing because the cat will just sit there and not do anything either. And you're like, this is awesome.
This is awesome.
And, I remember I went to, like, a cat cafe in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm like a pretty patient person. And cats take a while to like get comfortable with you.
Yeah.
So around like the 30-minute mark, I was just like hanging around. Around the 30-minute mark, there's this really like cute kitten. And it kept coming up to me and it started like hiding under my dress and it was so cute. Like it just kept hiding under my dress all the time and I was like, this is awesome. This is the best day of my life. I love cats. I love my cat too.
Your cat is very cute.
He is very cute. I miss him so much.
Aww. Oh my
But-
god,
but
you
I
won't get
feel
to
like
see him for
dogs
so
play.
long.
Yeah, I'm so sad. My friend's watching him right now, and I was like, how's he doing? I was like, is he as cute as ever? And my friend's like, he's actually really mad right now. And they're like, yeah, he's really mad. He's been like growling to himself. And I was like, no! Because I've never heard my cat growl or hiss. Like, ever. Because he's so well behaved. He's like a little baby with me. So when someone else is like, yeah, he was kind of pissed off today. I'm like, what?
What?
How can this be? I felt so bad because they were like, yeah, I think he's mad because you like left him here.
That's so funny.
I love dogs
But
too.
for their other question, can you see me wearing a leash while you hold it?
I think that'd be pretty awesome. I was like, yeah, we can walk around like that
Aw.
next time at Off Kai.
That's funny you say that because there's a group of friends that I went to eat curry with, and one of them was wearing a dog collar and a leash, and the other was holding the leash.
Really?
Yes, and I was like, oh.
Wait, they were just wearing it?
Yes.
Wait, why?
It wasn't a part of like any kind of like play or anything like that. They were just doing it, I guess, to be funny.
That is pretty funny. Oh my god. So there was like nothing going on. They just decided to.
They just decided to do it.
That is so funny.
Like a regular Friday afternoon.
So funny. I do like it's like a aesthetic that people do, or like they have like lace collars or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a few like girls incorporate it into their outfits. I do think those are really cute too.
Mm.
Yes.
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 Oh, quite. Feel free to keep sending Q&A questions if you would like to, guys. We will answer almost anything.
Almost. Now I'm thinking about dog-coded people.
There are some more dog-coded people that we know personally. I think DK is the most dog-coded person.
She is like a mix of like dog and orange cat.
Oh god. Yeah. DK's very orange.
She is very orange cat coded. I saw like a video of one and I was like, this reminds me of someone.
Connie is very cat-coded, I feel like.
She is. She's crab coded.
And then Annie's... I feel like Annie's dog-coded.
I think so too, actually. I was like thinking about it a bit longer.
Hmm.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah. Yeah, she is.
When she randomly starts yelling, it reminds me of when dogs start barking when they hear a noise outside.
She also makes this one sound. I forgot what it is. It's like... it kind of sounds like a seal. She goes like...
I know what you're talking about.
And it's like, it's like if you... It's a very specific, like, thing she does when a very specific moment happens. I'm trying to think of how to word it. If someone says something that's, like, a bit shocking, I think she makes that sound.
I like when she audibly says, gulp.
Yeah, gulp.
Gulp.
What else? She does so many things that I think are so funny.
When she has like visceral screams after hearing something funny and then she leans into the seal thing, it's really, really funny.
Yeah, it transitions into it. She'll scream and then she'll go like,
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome when she does that. It's so funny.
Let's see. I'm gonna scroll through the loader server and see who we think is like dog or cat coded. Okay, let's see. People that we both talk to pretty often. Hazumi, very dog coded.
She is. When I saw her at Anime NYC, so some people may have met me when I was wearing sunglasses. It's because I had an eye infection. It really freaking hurt. And I was like, I cannot look like this. When she saw me with the sunglasses, she was like, why do you look like you're hungover? And then I told her it's because I was like, actually, I have an eye infection. And her face like drops. And she went like, she was like, what? No! So cute. She's so animated. She
so
is very
funny.
dog-coded.
Xander. It's like a puppy that won't stop getting into trouble.
Yes. And then, like, it knows.
It knows. It's like, oh, you find out he pissed on the bed, so you go to wash the sheet, and then you, like, change the sheets, and he goes back and pees on the bed immediately after.
Yes! Oh my god, yes! No! You're so right.
Let's see.
Oh my god. Terrible.
Let's see. Who do we
Xander's very dog-coded.
Oh god, he's the most dog-coded there ever is.
He is. And I remember he was, like, asking people, and he was, like, surprised that we were like, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you surprised?
I think that Vance is, like, cat-coded, but he also gives the energy of, like, a Saint Bernard dog.
That's true. Wait, let me think. If it's a cat, it's like one of those... What's it, Maine Coon?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a Maine Coon cat kind of vibe. Very, very wise looking.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, Saint Bernard.
What about Juna? I feel like Juna's... I don't know. Juna has, like, cat energy, but also when she gets excited, she's very dog-like.
That is true. She has cat energy usually.
Yeah.
It's like when she gets really excited. It was so cute when she was like, what was it? She was like, she was like, oh no! She was like, I would love to be genmates with you. I was like, what's happening? That was awesome.
She's so awesome.
I'm like looking through the list and it's like, I haven't been talking to too many people lately.
Yeah, we've been kind
because
of
I've just been so
ourselves.
busy. Dash is very cat-coded. I do talk to him.
Oh my god. Okay, we have more questions. Have you ever had a crush on someone so bad your chest has started to hurt?
You're asking two people.
Of course we have. In fact, it felt like our organs were being ripped out of our bodies each time. Aki and I go through. We become the most insane people when we are attracted to people. Like, it is like visceral. It is feral.
It's terrible. What was that thing I said? I was like, I lose all sense of self. I lose all sense of self, and I don't know who I am anymore. I become a completely different person.
It's like an identity crisis.
I remember, because DK and I have known each other for so long. And when we were younger, I think we would like talk about stuff like this more. And I remember I thought I had a crush on someone, and I got so upset. I was like, this is the worst day of my life. I was like, oh, I was like complaining about it. And then DK is very like, she's like, why? Having a crush is so much fun. And she's like, you should enjoy it. And I was like, so much fun.
It's like, it's actually like, I think it can be fun, but also it's excruciating, like anxiety-ridden thinking about like if they feel the same way or trying to gauge like stuff like that. It's miserable. Like, oh god.
I was like, what do you mean it's fun? And because DK is very like la 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 la. And she's like, oh, it's a wonderful thing. And I was like, I feel like I need to be taken away and locked up right now. Like rocking back and forth. And DK is like, just enjoy it. And I'm like, I think also, we get really fixated on like thoughts. So it becomes this thing where it's like, we can only think about like that one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going insane. It's also like, I think I have this like really big problem, but like when I like someone, a lot of the times it'll turn into like, I feel bad for the other person. I don't know if that makes sense. So if I like someone, I'll feel bad for them. Because I'll be like, I'll feel bad for them for like me liking them, if that makes sense. I'll be like, I can't believe, like, I feel so bad for this person. Like, I'll feel guilty. It's like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this to you. Kind of thing. I like don't know how to describe it. It's I kind of get that. Yeah, it's like, maybe it's like a self-esteem thing. It's like I feel like I'm doing a disservice to this person just for liking them, if that makes sense.
I see.
So then I get really anxious about that. Like, they must never know.
They must never know.
They must never know.
Let's see.
So, yes, to answer your question.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
What has been the single most highlight reel moment of your friendship?
I feel like it's hard because we talk every day.
Yeah. Oh, this is like an unpleasant situation, but I think that it really, I don't know, like attached myself to you in a way that I was like, oh, I can trust this person. It was when we were somewhere at Offkai and I had like a really uncomfortable experience and you like got me out of there as soon as possible.
Oh yeah. I do remember that. I was like, cause I also had to go like at the same time, and I was like, this is perfect.
This is perfect. We can time this properly.
We can time this perfectly. Get you out of here, and nobody will suspect a thing.
Aki was sitting there in horror while I'm like tearing up and like shaking.
I think yeah, I do like think of solutions fast. There's like, if there's a problem, I'm like, I need to solve this now. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. The plan is working. Like, all right.
Perfect. You're perfect.
I was like, yeah, I remember. I was like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up this person now. Does anyone want to come with me?
Shiki, do you want to come? And I was like, yes, I do.
I was like, oh yeah, yes. It was so awesome. I felt so bad because after we left, you were like really shaken up, and I was like, oh.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, here's a good one. When it comes to cartoon characters, what is your biggest one for a hear me out?
Hear me out.
For cartoon characters.
Oh my god, it's hard to choose one because there's so many characters I like. Cartoon characters specifically?
Yeah, for cartoon characters.
Can you think of one? I need to go through my list.
A couple.
A couple? Please share.
I'm so fucking scared.
What do you mean?
Man Ray from SpongeBob.
Wait, what? Wait. Man Ray?
Man Ray from SpongeBob.
Wait, that's so funny.
Also, Jack-o'-lantern from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Wait, this is awesome. I'm like pulling up all their photos so I can look at them. This is actually awesome. I'm trying to... Did I have one? I was very... I just grew up watching anime.
Yeah.
I am seeing similarities for the characters you told me.
I look around the room. Don't be shy, Aki. Talk about characters from the Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh, yes. I like Jax. Very easy. I also like Gummy Goo.
Ah.
Who else? Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I have another one.
Yes. Are you okay?
Yeah. Schnitzel from Chowder.
Wait, I love Chowder! Okay, I need to put them all side by side. Oh my god, this
Rada,
one
rada.
image is so funny. This image just showed up. That's so funny. Rada rada.
Rada rada.
Rada rada. This is so awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, I love this. Can you name more?
More?
Oh, I can't remember the ones I've watched. It's because it's like... I feel like hear me out is like they can't be like conventionally attractive. So I'm like trying to think of ones that aren't.
Ooh. Oh god.
But
If I'm thinking
because
about like,
I thought of Marshall Lee, I really liked him a lot, but he's conventionally attractive.
when I think of like cartoon characters. Oh god. It's like a bunch of the aliens from Ben 10 that he can transform into.
That's awesome.
Ghost Freak is pretty good. Ghost Freak.
Shaolin Showdown was so
Oh my god,
good.
Raymundo and
Oh yeah,
Clay.
Shaolin Showdown was so good. I totally forgot about that show.
Oh my god, Jack Spicer, that's another one.
Yes. Wait, this is awesome. We have to think of more. But I feel like Jack is also conventionally like attractive.
That's true. But he's also like a wimp. Like a lot of people don't like Jack Spicer, but he's cute.
Because he's a wimp?
Yes. And
That's
I guess
so
he's
awesome.
annoying. But like watching it as an adult, it's like, wait, this is awesome.
This is awesome. Okay.
I think
I'm, like,
Ghost
trying to
Freak is
think
the
of
best.
Ones that aren't conventionally attractive, but I feel like all the ones I like are. Maybe it's like also Red Flag. Red Flaggy characters. It's not very. I don't know if it counts as like a cartoon since they technically advertised it as an anime. But I love Todd Ingram.
Oh yeah.
But he's like a terrible, terrible person. Like he's like he would totally cheat on you kind of thing. But I think Todd Ingram is so cute. Kim Possible? Yes.
What is Thrax from Osmosis Jones?
Someone said Dexter from Dexter's Lab. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's
Larry
like
the
Thrax.
Lobster.
Look at this guy. He has like a sexy voice too.
Oh, yes. I know this person.
Yes.
What was it? Is there any other ones? I would count Drax as conventional. Oh. What about Dexter from Dexter? That's not a cartoon.
It's not a cartoon.
That's not a cartoon. Odd from Code Lyoko.
Did you ever watch Code Lyoko?
I did, but it was like I was like really young, so it's like I don't remember much from it. I only remember like what the characters look like.
With their big ass foreheads.
Yes, I don't remember like any plot at all. What other
Odd
shows
was
did I watch?
cute. I did have a crush on Chiro from Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
You said that so smoothly.
That's because I'm obsessed.
That's awesome. I'm like trying to. I like searched up like 2000s cartoons. I was scrolling down the list. The Chickpea Ninjas. I don't think
Goofy.
I've seen that before. Goofy?
Yes. Most definitely.
Yes.
Goofy gets it.
Goofy gets it.
Goofy gets
So
it.
funny. Okay, let me scroll through. But they're all conventionally attractive. Who's someone that's not?
I think when I was a kid, I had a crush on Bubble Bass.
Wait, you told me this.
No!
That's so funny.
Shiki, did you hear something?
I look around the room.
Hi, Shiki,
Oh my
who's
God,
your
I
friend? She's
forgot
cute.
the
This is
art
Aki.
style. Hello! I forgot the art style, what the art style in Shark Tale looked like.
Oh my god.
The faces are so funny. And Bubble Bath!
Who said that? That was really weird.
Who said that?
That was strange.
I'm like scrolling through cartoons and like, well, everyone here is conventionally attractive.
Megas XLR. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I did have a crush on someone from Megas XLR.
Really?
I think so.
I'm like, I can't think of like a actual hear me out. What was that?
I think I had a
could
crush
just talk
on
about, like-
Coop from Megas XLR. He's cute.
Cool.
Coop.
Oh, I haven't seen this. I think we could just start talking about cartoon characters we like. We did talk about cartoon the other day.
We did?
Yes. We talked about 16.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Did you say you liked Jonesy? I forgot.
I did like Jonesy, and I
liked Jonesy
even
too.
considered. I was like, if I have a boy in the future, I think Jonesy's a cute name.
I thought Jonesy was pretty cool, but I really liked Jude.
Ooh, Jude is good. Wait, Aki, there's another question that I'm gonna leave you to answer while I go to the bathroom again, because I've been drinking too much water. So the question is,
Oh no.
why did you think sending that one guy all those pictures of him in that one stage play was great revenge? Why didn't he block you? Was he stupid? BRB.
Was he stupid? Oh my god. Okay. That is so specific. Now I have to tell the whole story. Okay. We were talking about like what we were like as kids, and I forgot what the context was, but it devolved into like things you do as a kid that's like kind of evil, right? Because kids are like pretty evil. And then I started telling them about how there's one thing I did when I was a kid that was like kind of evil, but it wasn't like that bad. But it's the kind of thing where like you think about it, like you'll think about it for the rest of your life. But so there's this one guy, and he didn't even go to the same school as me. Like he was in a completely different school across town. But my friend was telling me about how this guy like upset her. And I don't know why, but I thought it'd be really funny if I like pulled a prank on him. So using the information I knew about him, I knew he was in a school play at some point. So I like went on the website for the school, and I discovered that they have an archive of every school play they've like ever done. So I scrolled down and I looked for the one production that he was in, where he played Humpty Dumpty. So I was scrolling through the photos and I found this really perfect photo of him as Humpty Dumpty, and it's like an egg costume, but like only his face. So it was designed in a way where like only his face shows. It was pretty good costume design actually. So it's just his head like in this egg outfit. So I took the photo and then I messaged it to the guy. Like, keep in mind this guy like does not know me. We don't even go to the same school. So it's like you get a message one day from someone you don't know, and it's just a photo of you as Humpty Dumpty, like in a school play you did a while ago. And he was like, "What? Who is this?" And I thought it'd be funny if every time he said something, I sent the same photo but zoomed in a little bit more. So when he was like, "Who is this?" I sent the photo again, but I like zoomed in a little bit. And then he asked again, it's like, "Do I know you?" And I sent the photo again, but like zoomed in a little bit more. So he just kept like responding to me for some reason. And every time he responded, I would send it zoomed in a little more. And I think he realized that I would just never actually reply to him.
I'm back.
So he stopped replying to me. I'm telling them the whole story. So he stopped replying to me. So I had to think of a new idea because it's like, well, if he doesn't reply to me anymore, I can't continue this thing, right? So then I decided to make it a daily thing. Where like, I'd wake up in the morning and then like, before I went to school, I would send the photo zoomed in a little bit more. And it went on for like a few days, and then when he picked up that it was a daily thing, he sent like a message back, and he was like, "Are you serious?" Like, I just started doing it every single day. I would zoom in a little bit. Until I zoomed in so much into the photo at some point that it just became like white. Like it was just white. I zoomed into the last pixel, like I couldn't zoom in anymore. So he probably thought it was like over or something because I stopped. And then one day I was in class and I was like, like the idea came out of nowhere. I was like, what if I just photoshopped him as Humpty Dumpty onto like an egg? And I was like, yes. And then I did it. And it was like a photo of a chicken sitting on like 5 eggs, and I photoshopped him onto one of the eggs. And then I sent it, and he like crashed out. And then he was like, "Are you serious right now?" And then he was like, "This is enough." But for some reason, he never blocked me. And then so I started zooming into that photo, and then it was so funny. And we just like never met until I got sent to cram school to like study for the SATs and stuff. And he was in the same like cram school as me, in the same class. And I was like, oh my god. And it was like our first time meeting, but I think I like acted like I didn't know him at all. And I think that confused him a little bit because I had the same name as the person that was like terrorizing him. But I like acted like I didn't know him at all. So what would happen was like he would just give me like glances. Like he would just like look over like every few minutes. Like I think he was trying to gauge if I was that person. Like we never directly spoke at all. I just never talked to him. That was pretty fun. I don't know why he didn't block me though. Maybe he did block me at some point because I'm trying to think like what I would have done after the chicken photo. But I didn't do anything else, so maybe he did block me eventually. But it was a bit late. That was pretty fun though. I am very committed. Aki is really a person of commitment and focus. I am very committed to like ideas I think of. Like if I think of a bit or like a joke or something, I'll like really commit to it. I'll like spend money on something if I think it'll be funny.
You're
Evil
so
Aki
funny.
is Johan! This is terrible!
Johan Lieber over here.
Oh my god, Johan Liebert over here. That's terrible. Should have blocked you day one. Maybe a part of him was curious.
Oh my god, it was like you guys were like Light and L.
We were like, Light and L is crazy. I don't know what happened. At a certain point of my life, I was like, I started feeling bad about like everything. So I was like, oh man. I was like, wait, that was kind of mean of me to do. But then he turned out to be like a really terrible person later on, so I didn't feel bad anymore. I was like, yeah, I'm glad I did that. What was the other thing? Or like, when I sent a whole box of canned beans to someone.
Go on.
That was awesome. Yeah, so I get really committed if I think of an idea, and I used to have like I had HelloFresh, okay? I fell for the HelloFresh advertisements, and I got HelloFresh. And they would keep giving you free stuff. and they kept giving me free beans, and I don't like beans. It's just like the texture. I can't eat beans. But they kept giving me canned beans, and then one of my friends at the time said they really liked beans. So then I was like, I should just send all my beans to them. It was like a really casual thought. Like, I just get ideas randomly, but then I fixate on it. So I was like, wait, I should. So I think I stockpiled over like 3 months worth of beans. And then I was like, this is awesome. And I got like a box and everything. And I put every single can of beans I had into the box. And I was like, I think it'd be even funnier if I sent it like without my name. Like so they just don't know who it's from. Like it's just this like ominous box that they receive one day. So I did not write my name. All I wrote was like, I think I wrote beans. I just wrote beans.
Beans.
And then their address. And I mailed it off. And I remember it cost so much because the box was so heavy. But I was like, no, it's okay. It'll be worth it. And I shipped it off. And it took a while because it said it delivered, but like my friend wouldn't say anything. So I was like, maybe it didn't make it. And then eventually my friend messaged me and was like, is this you? And it was just like a photo of the beans. And I was like, yeah. And apparently they didn't say anything because they were scared. Because they didn't know where this box came from. And then they were like, I don't understand. And they're like, I don't really get mail that much. And then it had like no name on it. So they were scared to open the box because there was no name on it. And then they were like, I don't know what's inside. Like this person didn't even write my name. Like all they wrote was beans. But then they opened it eventually. And the reason they could tell it was me was because I put like pink packaging inside. And they were like, the second I saw the color pink, I was like, oh my god, it's Aki.
Yeah, it's like that here too. Whenever you send any package to us, my husband will always be like, it's from Aki. And I'll be like, how do you know? And he's like, the package is pink.
That's awesome. Yeah, I use, even for like my art account, every order I use a pink, like bubble mailer.
Oh,
so funny.
Aki, I wanted to ask, so when you just send like mini prints, what do you send them in? Do you just send them in bubble envelopes, or do you put something behind the postcards, or?
It depends what else they order.
What if they just order mini prints?
If it's just a mini print, then I use like those cardboard like mailers, the ones that are like pretty stiff. But I'll put like extra cardboard inside because I'm so scared of it bending.
Can you send me an example? Because I need to send out the anniversary postcards, and I wasn't sure what would be like the best.
Yeah, I'll send you the ones I use later.
Thank you. Shy Fruits rated!
Shy!
Oh my god! Shy!
Shy's so awesome.
Hello, welcome Raiders. Shy, we hope that you had a fantastic stream. Thank you so much for the raid.
Hello, Shy Fruits.
Hello, Shy
Shy Fruits channel.
Yes. Shy Fruits is so awesome.
She is very awesome. She's so talented too.
Of course, yes. I hope you guys have fun
She's so
chatting today.
talented.
Thank you. We hope you had a good stream and hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yes, I remember when we first started becoming friends with Shy. She released like her monitoring cover. And
so
it was
good.
like she like did
Did
it all
everything.
herself. Yeah, I was like, what?
She did everything. Hold on, I gotta link it now.
It was crazy.
I gotta link
I
it to
gotta
you
run
guys.
for some birthday games. Have a wonderful stream.
Ooh.
Bye.
Here,
Have a fun time.
this cover is so goated, and she did like everything.
She did. She like animated it.
It's so awesome. I'm gonna pin it. Everyone watch this or else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's so awesome.
You're so kind. No, you're so epic.
You are. I hope you have the most fun ever, Shy.
Yes, we hope you have the most fun ever.
Yes.
Oh, but if you could send me a picture of what these envelopes look like, that would be awesome.
I can also send you the Amazon link.
Yes, please.
I'll just send the links I bought.
Yes. Did you used to be a scene kid? Not like physically. Like I didn't do all of the like fashion or anything, but I definitely listened to scene kid music back in the day. I still listen to scene kid music.
I wasn't like I don't know how to describe it. I didn't like I kind of did, but it wasn't to the level of like the patterned hair. I had a what was it? How do I describe this hairstyle? Oh, no, never mind. It was more structured. Oh no! I keep trying to think of a character that had this hairstyle, but the only person I can think of right now is Toka from Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, do you mean like the Hinata hair kind of? Like from Naruto?
No, it was like I would like dress in all black, and I had this specific hairstyle where it like just covered one eye.
Oh.
So it was like Toka from Tokyo Ghoul, but the hair was longer, and it was kind of like a wolf cut, but not as style, like not as cool. It was not as cool as a wolf cut. Yeah, I had the fringe, and then like I don't know. I can only describe it as Toka from Tokyo Ghoul. Terrible. But I would dress like that, and I would like dress in all black and stuff. And I wore like really edgy looking clothes. I did have like this emo aesthetic phase. And then I was like, one day I was like, actually, I think I really like cute stuff.
You changed.
I changed. Yeah, it was like that aesthetic. I'm trying to think of all the like phases I went through. I had like an emo aesthetic phase. And then I had, how do you describe this? 2010s K-pop.
Oh, okay, I get you.
It was very like, it's a very specific phase that like all the Asian Americans went through. Like the dyed highlights in the hair, or like I have like chestnut brown hair. It was actually supposed to be silver, but they messed up, so it was chestnut brown. And then like the bomber jacket, and then like the headphones around your neck.
Oh yeah.
The wannabe cool Asian kid look. I also had that. K-pop streetwear? No, not as cool as that.
Let me see if I can find an example.
Yes. Actually, I have a photo. I don't... Where is it? Probably posted it somewhere.
I'm trying to find like examples.
I'm trying to find one too.
It's hard to find examples from this era.
Yeah, it is very just 2010s K-pop. Oh!
Did you find one?
I found when my hair was dyed.
Can I share this image with the class?
Yes.
Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, I'm gonna share this image with Aki's consent. I'm gonna put it up on the stream.
My hair was so damaged.
Oh my god, your Dragon Ball Z shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My hair was so damaged. I had to use like bottles of conditioner and it didn't do anything. I also had it's like black hair, but then the inside was pink.
Oh.
Yes, like on my model right now. But then the pink disappeared really fast. And it just became like straw.
No.
And it started breaking off and I was like, I'm never dyeing my hair again. Also, they don't talk about how painful it is to like bleach long hair. It's so heavy because they'll put like tinfoil, right?
Yeah.
But then your hair is long and then also wet, and then there's like a bunch of tinfoil in it, and it takes the entire day to like bleach dark hair.
It takes so long.
So you're just sat in this chair for like the entire day, and with tinfoil in your hair, and it's also heavy. And then my neck was breaking, and I was like, what the heck? Nobody ever told me how much this sucked.
Yeah, whenever I dye my hair, I'd have really short hair, and even that was like a lot, and it was a long time. It was like 3 or 4 hours to get it to platinum, and
yeah.
Oh god, it burned
Yeah,
so
it took
bad.
the entire day. Oh yeah, it also burns. It took the entire day, and then by the time they were closing, he still didn't give me silver hair because he messed up. I can't believe this. Oh my god, VSL, you're so funny. VSL and I are into so many of the same things. It's funny you say that, because I was really obsessed with The World Ends With You. In my emo phase, when I was like 11, I played that game and I was like, oh my god, my whole life has changed. I was like, Neku is just like me for real. I knew it, bro. Neku's just like me for real. And then when they're like, you're the only one that makes yourself miserable because the world ends with you, I was like,
Roll credits.
roll credits. I was like, they're right.
They're right.
I have to be happy.
That's so funny.
It's awesome. I played all my like life-changing core memory games all when I was 11 to 12.
Even
So
Ace
like
Attorney?
Ace Attorney, yeah,
Ah.
Ace Attorney, Zero Escape, World Ends With You, Professor Layton, Mystery Dungeon. But I played Rescue Team earlier. But it's like all the like core memory games that like change your life. I played it all within the same 2 years.
You're crazy for that.
I'm shaking playing Zero Escape. Awesome though.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were all DS games. I was so... Because I replayed Zero Escape because they like revamped it for PC.
Yeah.
In the last puzzle in the original game, they make it so that... Because the DS has 2 screens, so it was like... The last puzzle is like the present time is on the bottom screen, and then the past time is on the top screen. And it's like this mind blast moment where you're like, oh my god, and then they're like, turn your DS upside down. And I was like, oh! I was like, no freaking way.
No.
And I like you turn it upside down and everything. You're like, this is crazy. So I thought that was gonna happen in the like the PC version somehow. I was like, I wonder how they're gonna adapt this. And I was like, guys, you gotta wait until we get to the last puzzle. It's crazy. It's gonna blow your mind. And then we got to the last puzzle, and they like completely changed it. And I was like, no!
Wow.
No! You never completed a Layton game? They're so good.
My favorite is The Last Spectre. That was the first one I picked up and finished.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the first one I picked up and finished too.
I love The Last Spectre. I also
I
own the
love
movie
The
on
Last
DVD. The Professor
Really?
Layton movie. Yeah.
This is so awesome. Oh, I just hit myself.
It sounded like a pan hitting.
I just hit myself with a pan. Sorry, guys. Anyways, about Professor Layton. I played Curious Village. But it was like the demo. It was at Nintendo World. Cause I'm from New York. Yeah. Oh yeah. New York, baby. But we have like Nintendo World and stuff, and I remember I played Curious Village there, and I was like, this is awesome. The Last Spectre was the first one I finished, and it made me cry. I was like, oh. It was the third game. The third game and first game actually made me cry a lot. Yes, because the first game is terrible. It's like when we were talking about like stuff that makes us sad.
Yeah.
And one of it was like time passing too fast. That's like a big theme in the first game, and as an as like a 12-year-old, I was like because it's like I'm trying not to spoil for anyone that will play it, but it's a really old DS game. Okay, basically it happens to like one character. At some point you learn that they were waiting this whole time for like nothing, basically.
Yeah.
And they had like a misunderstanding. So they were like, okay, like all these people just left. And they were like kind of stuck in the same place in like same period of time. And they just waited and waited and waited. And then you find out that like the people he was waiting for are already gone, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it made me so sad. I was like sobbing because I was like, what do you mean? Like, he just wasted his whole life. This is terrible. And then I replayed it like a few years ago, and it still made me cry. But like as an 11-year-old, you're like you're like my parents.
My parents.
More common than you think. What game is this? Oh my god, I don't want to remember it wrong. The name just popped up in my head, but I don't want to get the wrong name. It is called Diabolical Box. I was gonna be like, oh, it's Diabolical Box, but then I was like, Diabolical?
That's the second game, isn't it?
Oh, the first one's Curious Village.
Yeah, the first one's Curious Village.
The second one's Diabolical Box.
Yeah.
And then Last Spectre is like the first game chronologically.
Yeah.
But not in release order. Yeah, it is Diabolical. That's why I doubted myself for a second, because I was like, oh, Diabolical Box. But then I was like, Diabolical? I was like, well, the game was pretty diabolical. But I don't know if the box was. They also had another name for it. Was it like... Because they localized it, and then they changed the name. Yeah, it was called Pandora's Box.
Oh.
And then they changed it to Diabolical Box, which is a really funny name to name a game. It was very diabolical, though.
Diabolical.
Unwound's Future is terrible.
Terrible.
Have you played Unwound's Future?
I haven't.
Oh, it is. I'm like, I think it will hit like everything that makes you sad.
Fuck. Not children and old people and animals.
Yeah, children, old people, like lover.
I start. I put my hands around my neck.
You know, because you're like, especially now that you're married. Oof, it's terrible. Like even I was like, And I'm not like super into relationship like stuff. But even I was like, oh my god.
Wait, that reminds me. When I went to see the new Demon Slayer movie with Honey and my husband and I both cried at very different parts of the movie. There's a part where it's like a scene with like, I won't spoil like what's going on in the scene or anything, but there's this one scene with like a kid and his grandpa, and that's what made him cry. But what made me cry was like a scene between like two lovers embracing, and I cried at that. It was like very different things.
Oh my god. Okay, I know both scenes.
Yeah, we have
terrible.
two different kinds of people.
No, but that is really diabolical though. Oh, that's painful. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me think. Yeah, if that scene made you cry, I feel like Unbound's future is pretty bad.
No! I still remember watching Makia with Aki. And anytime something sad would happen, Aki would be like, no! No! I hate this. I don't like this.
Or like whenever something sad was about to happen, I feel like, no.
No.
Stop it. No, stop. Jesus, that movie was terrible. In the best way. Oh,
Now we have to watch Dear Zachary.
we do. Yesterday, when you like messaged and you were like, how are you feeling today mentally? Like, are you feeling okay today mentally? And then I was like, you wanna watch a movie, right?
She was like, you want to watch a sad movie, don't you? I was like, maybe.
Maybe. You told me like a little bit about the movie, and I was like, oh no. No. Stuff like that is why I never finish your lie in April. But you'll play like diabolical games.
I also have never watched Your Lie in April, but only because of like a bad association to another person. Yeah. I think the music is awesome and it's probably a great anime, but also it's like I got spoiled on something and then it has like that bad attachment to that person.
Yeah, it is really good. Oh, not the bad attachment. We gotta get rid of this person.
Hold on, I'll type to you what the attachment is. Don't say it out loud.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say it out loud. I just think it's funny whenever Shiki's about to tell me something that's like bad, she goes, so. And she just started it with like, so, in all caps. Oh, okay. What's it about? Is it funny? Your Lie in April? Oh, yeah, it's hilarious. Oh! Okay, yeah. I can see why you watch it. Oh, my condolences.
Literally.
My condolences. Yeah, I have that thing, but with games. But if I like really enjoy a game. So, for example, I've never finished Baldur's Gate 3. But I love it so, like, you know how much I like love Baldur's Gate 3. I was talking about it with like Connie so much. But I've never finished it because I get the like BSL saying if I didn't finish it, the bad thing never happened. For me, it's like if I enjoy something so much, I'm so scared of it ending. So I'm like, if I don't finish it, there's no ending. Because I don't think it's a spoiler, but at the end of Baldur's Gate 3, like, everyone goes their separate ways. It's like very typical, like D&D plot where it's like, oh, but at the end, like, they all go their separate ways kind of thing. But I was like, no, I'm not letting anyone go. I never finished the game.
I see.
Yes.
Man, for me, I feel like I always feel terrible the moment I finish a manga. Like, I've caught up to it or I've finished it in its entirety if I was really, like, hooked on it. But the thing is, like, once I start reading, I can't stop. Like, I can't.
Noticed that about you.
I can't stop. And so then I'll be like, I don't know how to fill this void. So I, like, will start searching specific terms on manga websites to see if I can find something similar. And I'll read the most depraved, terrible manga ever.
Yes. Actually, when you were talking about, like reading messed up manga and stuff.
Yeah.
I had that in... I'm trying to remember the time period. I think it was high school, but I did it in middle school too. Okay, for middle school, it was... I would finish, like, a survival game manga. And then I would just feel terrible. And then I would just pick up another survival game manga.
Did you read the original Battle Royale?
Yes, I actually had, like, a ritual where I would read it once a year.
Oh my god.
I would just read Battle Royale once a year and feel terrible. But I just kept reading, like, random survival game manga, like, even if it was, like, slop. It's just like...
Me too!
As long as it made me feel awful, I would just read it. And, this one's very, like, specific, but... it's not very specific. I feel like people know it.
Give it to me.
I haven't met a lot of people that have read both of them, like, in its entirety. The Kami-sama no Irutori ni.
Let me see. I might know the English name. Kami-sama no...
I read the first one, which a lot of people haven't read the first
As the Gods
one.
Will! I did read this.
Yeah, so there's two. And a lot of people didn't read the first Kami-sama no Irutori, but at the end of the second one, they combined the two plots, and then, like, the first protagonist is, like, added into the plot. And I think a lot of people that read it had, like, no idea where this guy came from. Because they were like, who is this guy? But when I read it, I was like the soy jack, like, pointing face. I was like, oh my god, it's him! It was like mind was like, whoa! I was like, oh my god, he's back! It was like the most awesome thing ever in the world to me. But, I honestly, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I liked it, but I didn't even like it that much. But, like, I would just read these things in its entirety, and then find more. And there was this one that, like, kind of sucked, but I forgot what it was called. They used, like, their phones and stuff.
Osama Game?
Yes!
Oh my god, there's so much to Osama Game because it's like Osama Game, and then there's the sequel series where the protagonist that survived in the first manga has to do it all over again, but with a different school, and you find out more about, like, the lore of it. And then there's a prequel series that has the first ever Osama Game in it, and it takes place in, like, a small village with a very limited population. It's very Higurashi core, and
oh my god,
it's awesome. It's terrible, but it's awesome.
It is terrible.
Oh god, the worst one. Okay, I'm gonna spoil, like, a single segment from the original Osama Game manga. So you remember the part where it's like, it's like barely anyone is left except, like, the main character, his best friend, and his girlfriend, and maybe, like, one other person, and, like, they get, like, the notification on their phone is like, sleep with your best friend's girlfriend. He's, like, waiting outside the door, like, listening in. It's so terrible! It's terrible!
I'm gonna cry myself! Oh my god. He's like, oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. That just reminded me of Gantz because I read Gantz.
That's my favorite manga. Gantz is my favorite manga.
It is like horrific.
It is horrific.
Especially towards the end where like the aliens are involved. I was like,
oh my god. I love Gantz. Gantz is my favorite manga of all time. It is so epic.
That's why when you're like, yeah, I just like read messed up stuff. Like it really feels like self-harm. It's like this is terrible.
It does feel like I feel like the manga that I read is a form of self-harm, but it's like watching like a terrible video and not being able to stop because you're just like so curious about like how far can this go?
Yes, I also have this thing where I'm like, after I finish reading something, it makes me feel terrible, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I need to read something that, like, makes me feel even worse so I can forget about this thing. Oh, I found it. I read a real account.
Oh!
I thought that, I don't know. I feel like when I was reading, I was like, this is kind of slop.
This is kind of slop.
This is kind of sloppa. But it also like wasn't complete at the time, so...
Oh my god, I haven't heard a real account in so long.
I'm like looking through everything. I also like read a bunch that were like cancelled or axed like halfway. It's like the very niche survival game manga. Oh, Alice in Borderland. I read the manga.
Yeah. Did you like Mirai Nikki? I feel like it's in a similar vein.
I did like Mirai Nikki.
Oh, have you read Bokurano, Aki? It's the one where the kids are like, they have to pilot the robot, but like every time each kid pilots a robot, they like die. And you get like you get their tragic backstory and everything before each one pilots the robot.
Oh my god.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's terrible and it's so sad, but I think you'd enjoy it.
Oh no, I'm looking at it right now. That reminds me of another anime. What was it called? I watched it with a friend and it also felt like self-harm. What was it called? It was the same thing where they had to pilot stuff. I forgot. Oh my god, High-Rise Invasion. You just unlocked so many memories. My first cosplay ever is a sniper mask.
Oh my gosh.
I think. Mask sniper from High-Rise. What's the Japanese name? I read it when the manga was like really early on. And then when they got an anime for it, I was like, no freaking way.
Wait, have you ever read Saikano, The Last Love Song on This Little Planet? It's also called My Girlfriend, The Ultimate Weapon. It is like, it is like personalized self-harm for me. It's about this couple and there's like a war, like World War going on, and it turns out that like it turns out the girl, like, because she wasn't really good at anything, she gave her body to the government and they like made her into like a cyborg basically to fight in the war. And it is so fucking sad, but it has like a lot of wholesome moments because it's kind of like them facing this like terrible thing going on and like dealing with the fact that she's not like completely human anymore. Like it's so terrible.
This is horrible.
And it has a cute art style too. It has a really cute art style.
Oh my god. I told you about this already, but okay, so I used to read Battle Royale once a year.
Yeah.
There was another manga I would read once a year. That was very like, I think it's time for me to feel terrible.
Yeah.
I think it's called Garden of Eden.
Garden?
Yeah. Garden of Eden, I think. Manga? Did I get the name wrong? No, Cage of Eden.
Oh my god.
So I would read Cage of Eden, which is funny because it has like some of the most bizarre fan service scenes.
Yeah.
But it made me feel terrible because of the plot development. Like there's like a plot twist kind of that happens towards the plot. I forgot where the plot twist happens, but the plot twist kind of like changes your perspective of the whole story. And it made me feel absolutely horrible because I'm the type of person to like think about how everyone would feel. So I would be like, oh my god, like I start spiraling thinking about like how this person's parents felt, for example.
Oh no.
Even though it's like never stated.
No.
So in Cage of Eden, it is like it's sad because like it's another survival thing where like some of the characters die, obviously. But it wasn't until they got to like this plot reveal that I was like, oh my god. Because you like it comes crashing down. You're like, oh my god, and you start thinking about how like all their parents must have like felt, or like what all their parents must have gone through, and you're like, and it's revealed in such a good way. I like don't want to spoil it because I feel like
I started it, but I didn't get far enough to where you're talking about that.
Yeah, it's like, it's like I'm trying to think if I can explain it in a certain way, but it's like that feeling again, like I said previously, in like that Layton game where it's like all this time, like this was like all for nothing kind of feeling.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah,
it's so awesome.
The worst. Because it's awesome because you kind of hang on to this hope.
Yeah.
Throughout the manga, where it's like, oh, I wonder who's gonna survive or like make it back, and then the reveal happens, and you're like, oh.
It feels so awesome to like be hopeful for so long and then have it like dashed away. I feel like DK's probably read this Jujika no Rokunin. It's like it's extremely graphic. If you I like it is like one of those revenge manga that me and DK like to read. And it's like, oh wow, it really can only just get worse. Like, this is terrible. Like, there's no hope in my body, and it keeps getting dashed away every time.
Why is it not letting me search this? Oh, I haven't seen this before. Wait. I think I read something similar.
There's a lot of manga that have like similar like vibes to it, where it's like, oh, this happened, and then years later they come back for revenge, because you know.
Yeah, it's those. I know. I read another one like it, not this one.
Did you read the mom one?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one that me and DK talked about before.
I read it because of her. And then there is one manga that like used to be my favorite ever, and I finished it during cram school. I asked to go to the bathroom so I could read the last chapter. And I finished it in the bathroom, and I was like,
what was it?
I had to like wipe my tears and go back out and finish my practice test. Oh my god, I am like, oh, I just remembered another one. Okay, wait, let me go through this one first. I've never met anyone that has read it. It's called, oh my god, I forgot the Japanese name. It's called like Animal World or something. Animal. It's made by the same guy that made Zatsubel.
Oh, is it Dobutsu no Kuni?
Dobutsu no Kuni, yes. It's terrible. It's terrible, especially because it involves animals, methinks.
No.
Yeah, I was like, oh. It gets kind of crazy at some point, and I'm like, okay, this plot's getting kind of nuts. But I feel like it's still a really good read. Can you repeat the title? The English one is Animal Land, not Anime World. I got that wrong. But the Japanese is Dobutsu no Kuni.
Yeah.
And then,
What's the other one you remembered?
it's a Korean one. I'm trying to remember the name. It's very short also. It's like a very short read. Hold on. I need to stop my tracking for a bit so I can look for it on my phone. Okay. Oh, please load! It's called Kisswood.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, Liar Game was good. Yeah, it's called Kisswood. I think you can find it just by searching Kisswood. Like, manhwa. But it's by On Sung-ho. And it's about an old guy. Terrible news.
Terrible.
It's very... I'm not sure how to describe it. I think it might be slow for some people. Can you repeat the title? Oh wait, I already did that. I forgot.
Have you... This is a
yes.
manhwa, but it's called Good Day. And
Good day.
it is a, like, mystery horror manga where it's, like, a bundle of chapters and you get the perspective... Like, you see, like, something go on through the eyes of the main character, Shion. And then, like, after his story is done, you start from the beginning of the story again, but through another character's perspective.
That's awesome.
And you get to find out, like, the entirety of this mystery. And it's... The art is, like, really cartoony and scary. And it's awesome. It's an awesome read.
It's a manhwa?
Yeah. It's a manhwa.
I have to take a look. That sounds awesome. I love when stories do that.
And it has such a unique style. And the guy's so scary.
The guy is so scary.
Do you see
He's
him?
so freaking scary. Oh my god, this is terrifying.
He's so fucking scary.
I'm so freaking scared. What the? Okay, I will be reading this.
Yes, it's so
I will be
good.
reading this.
It's about, like, a bunch of Korean people that are, like, they're, like, on some kind of, like, short work, like, visa where they all, like, board together. And they all have, like nicknames and stuff like that. And they all work together. They're just trying to, like, make some money, but, like, something is going on because, like, Shion went to there because that's where his sister was staying, but she's, like, gone missing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. This art style is so freaky. Interesting. I'm scrolling through a little bit. Okay, I will be reading this.
Yes, good.
Good.
It's awesome.
Oh, man.
I, like, read it. I read a bit of it, like, in 2017. But at the time, it was only available in, like, you had to have tokens to keep reading. And I was like, oh. And at the time, I was, like, going homeless, so I, like, could not sacrifice money. So I was like, oh, I can't keep paying to read it.
That's terrible. You're like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
I want to read it.
I'll wait.
I actually did use coins for, like, one webtoon. I think I told you.
Oh?
It was a BL one, and it made me so upset. I, like, deleted all trace of it off my phone. But I was so upset because I never used coins to, like, read webtoons before. And that was the first one I used coins on. And then when they got to one part, it made me so upset because I was like, I spent money on this! It's terrible. I don't know if I told you about it. It was like because I was going through... Okay, so I went through, like, the let me read the worst stories ever to make myself feel awful phase.
Yes.
And then I went through, like, let me read the cutest, sweetest stories ever so I can feel better. And it starts off really cute, but then it turns into, like, a psychological horror, like, thriller.
Oh my god.
They did it really well, too. So it was, like, like the guy, the love interest, is like a really tall, like handsome, like good-looking guy. And then the main character is like pretty average, I think. And it's really, really cute, but then you slowly start feeling like something is off. And then eventually it's revealed that the love interest has been like stalking him the whole entire time. And he's like really psychotic, but the reveal was like very cool. So I was like, oh my god. So I got really interested in it. So like I actually started paying coins to like read the rest of it. Yeah, I love like creeping dread, like kind
It's
of
awesome.
feeling in stories. So I was like, oh my god, because I wanted to like find out what happened so bad. So I kept reading it. And it escalated when I don't know if he killed the guy or if he attempted to. But like it escalated because you're like, it never shows any signs of him like actually harming people. But then he does, like out of nowhere, and you're like, oh. And then I was like, okay, this is so interesting. And then there's like another guy involved too, who like is the main character's childhood friend, and he like kind of has a suspicion. So it's this feeling that keeps you going, where it's like, will they find out? And then the love interest is just so interesting, so I kept reading it. And then they had, because it's a Korean webtoon and takes place in Korea, the main character must go to mandatory military service. So he goes, and then on his way back, he gets hit by a car and loses all his memories. And I got so mad because I hate the memory loss trope. It made me so mad. I was like, you just got rid of like all the build-up you've like ever put into this story. And then he's like, he doesn't remember anything. And I felt so upset. I deleted every single screenshot I took of the webtoon. Because I'm the type that like takes a lot of screenshots or like saves pages, because I'm like, that was good. And I even had like a whole folder for it on my Google Drive because I was like compiling the screenshots I took. And I was so mad. I delete the whole folder. I delete all my photos of it. I delete all my history. I just like clear any trace of it from my phone, because I was like, there's no way you just put like the K-drama like memory loss cliche into this. It made me so mad.
Oh my god.
I wonder if I can like reread it now, but I was like, oh.
That's fucking crazy.
God.
Have you ever read Kitchen Princess?
No.
Okay. Can I spoil it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna spoil it.
Search this
So,
up.
Kitchen Princess is a shoujo manga about a girl with an absolute sense of taste, and she's sent to this academy that's just this really, like, she went there on a scholarship, and she goes there because when her parents died, this little boy saved her and gave her some flan, and then it was a spoon that only comes from the school that she wanted to go to, and he like saved her like life and gave her hope again, and she was like, I need to find my flan prince. So she goes there and she meets two brothers, Daichi and Sora, and they are the headmaster's sons. And you know, it's like a really cute like cooking manga. You know, it has actual recipes in it, and it's like romantic, and she like
it has the like early shoujo style too.
And so she's in love with the older brother Sora, but like Daichi is in love with her, and there's this like point in the story where like she's going to like the finals for something, and before this like Sora tells her that he's her flan prince and that they met forever ago in childhood, and she's like, oh my god, this is amazing, you know, we're both in love with each other, and we're both gonna like go out after like I win this competition. And he goes to get her ingredients and gets hit by a car and fucking dies. And on his deathbed, she's like holding his hand, and he says, I lied, I'm not the flan prince. And then he just like immediately like flatlines. The reason I bring this up is because apparently, the younger brother that's also in love with her is the Flan Prince, but he doesn't remember it because
Oh my god.
on that trip they went to in Hokkaido, his mom fucking died and it caused him psychological damage, and so he lost his memories of when he met her.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't stand memory loss. Trope. This is terrible. Oh my god.
And so I remember I bought every volume, and then after I was done reading it, I was like, I don't think I can take this. And so I gave like every volume to my friend. I was like, Lauren, you have to take these off my hands. I can't do this.
Oh my god. That's how I felt with the Korean webtoon. I was so pissed off. I've never felt that annoyed at a story before. It was like visceral. Oh my god. Oh, I just remembered. Because we're talking about like creeping dread.
Yes.
To be fair, that's how Ace Attorney 2 starts. Okay, it is. But it's different. So talking about creeping dread, I remember I told you, I asked you if you read a book called A Separate Piece.
Yes.
And then you were like, no, and then I had to tell you about it, and then I forgot. But it was a required reading, and then I was reading it, and it is the most like anxious I've ever been reading a book, and it was like kind of awesome. Okay, I had to pull up the names so I don't get it wrong, but I think it's fine if I spoil it. I don't think anyone here is gonna read the book. Okay, so there's two friends that like it mainly revolves around.
Yeah.
So the main character is Jean, I believe. So the main character is Jean, and his best friend's name is Phineas, or Finny. And so Jean goes to like, I forgot. I like can't remember the specific thing, but they're all out of school. And they're best friends, like best friends. Jean's like quiet and introverted, and like very smart. And Finny is like the exact opposite. He's like extroverted, he's carefree, and he's really athletic. So he has like a really bright future in like sports and stuff like that. And then Jean starts getting really resentful of Finny. He's like starts getting jealous of his best friend because Finny like always breaks the rules and he gets off all the time, like really easy because he's so charming.
Yeah.
And the staff are too occupied to like care because there's also war going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And I believe it's World War II, so it's like set during World War II. And so Jean like always tries to outdo Finny. And it's a really one-sided rivalry because Finny like adores Jean.
Aww.
He's like, that's my best friend, like yay. But Jean is just like slowly building up this resentment, and in his head it turns into like he has to outdo his friend kind of thing. And then it gets to a point where they're climbing in a tree together.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of sitting there, I think. I forgot like the exact context, but like impulsively Jean is just like, what if I shake the branch? Because he's like sitting next to his best friend, and then like this impulsive thought just enters his head, like, what if I like shake this branch right now? And then he does it. So he shakes the branch like really hard, and Finny is completely caught off guard and falls off the tree. And he shatters his leg, and it like permanently cripples Finny. So Finny is just like, he learns that like his future in sports is like gone. Like he doesn't have a future anymore. His like top thing was how athletic he is, and that's also gone. So he's like crippled, and he's like recovering in like the nurse's office and like stuff like that. And then it's so anxiety inducing because Finny, the whole time he's like, yeah, I don't know how I fell off the tree. And Jean like just cannot tell him. because he's like, I can't believe I like did that, you know? It's like this impulsive thought that he followed through with. And he's like, I can't tell Finny. Like, he can never find out. But the thing that makes you so anxious is you're not sure if Finny actually knows. Because you feel like he knew it was Jean, but he's just not saying it. So, like, the whole book is so anxiety-inducing because it's just Jean trying to hide this thing he did. And then, like, you're not sure if Finny remembers it because Finny starts acting like he has no idea what happened. And he's like, I don't know. I was sitting in the tree with Jean, and I think maybe I must have slipped or something. There's like this one point where he's like, because you would never do something like that, right? And you're like, oh my god! Or like the other kids start like getting suspicious too. And so I remember like one of the kids corners Jean, and they're like, what happened? Like, what exactly happened? And it's like, you would never do that to Finny, right? And it's just like so anxiety inducing because you're like, oh my god. And the whole book is just like terrible because after Finny is like crippled, Jean is like, okay, I must become a better person now. And he starts to like come to grips with like who he is, like why he did this, like how he will proceed. And it's also set in World War II, so basically all the boys get like drafted.
Oh my god.
But it's terrible because they're all like young kids, and the way that the teachers describe like joining the war efforts is like, oh, but you'll be able to travel and like do all this stuff. And then the kids are like, oh my god, I heard like we get to go to this place of snow. And it's like, I've never gone skiing. Like, it would be so fun if we all went together. And it's just terrible. And you're like, this book sucks. And eventually, there's like this climactic moment where they confront each other. And like people start accusing Jean of like attempting to kill Finny out of jealousy, which is like basically what happened. But then they finally find out, and then like they apologize to each other. And Finny is like, you know what? Also, Finny is like so much better than me. He's like, you know what? You ruined my entire future, but I understand that it was an impulsive thought, and you know, like you never meant for it to happen, so I forgive you. And then the next day, he dies during the operation. Because they try to like operate on his leg, and the bone marrow enters his bloodstream during the surgery, and he just dies. And you're like, what the hell? And I remember I like finished reading it, and I was like, I will never get like those hours back.
Oh my god.
But it was genuinely like the most anxiety I ever felt reading a book, because it's just the like creeping dread of like you really feel like Jean, because you're like, oh my god, does this person know? Like, does this person know? Does Finny know? It's terrible.
What the heck?
I know.
Oh my god.
I felt so bad for Finny.
I've had my mouth agape for so long that my throat is dry. I'm gonna get some more water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi guys, what's up? Zero game, I'm on zero game. Did they win the war though? They don't show. Well, Jean survives because he does join the Navy eventually, and he survives. I'm not sure what happens to the. Not sure what happens to the other kids. And here I thought Shiki was in shock from the plot synopsis. Don't let those flies fall in. Zero game manhwa. Oh. No, I have not read it. That's one freaky development in a relatively normal story. The plot is like pretty normal. You don't get to say what's up after traumatizing us. Hey, I'm the one that actually read the book. But yeah, you're right. I didn't have to share it, but I do love sharing things. What's your favorite Genpo game? What does that mean? Oh, one of these. Okay. It's hard because I played, like, I was into Dempa games, but like as a kid. So I don't have a lot of memory of games. I'm trying to remember just a specific one. I guess the one that always sticks out to everyone is Higurashi. It was a good book. You read it! You read a separate piece. Terrible. I remember, I'm like horrible at academics, but the one thing I was really good at was like English and like reading and writing and stuff. Not anymore. Now I think I'm kind of stupid. But as a kid, I was always in like the highest reading levels. So I remember in like second grade, I took the final test to like for them to raise your reading level. And like they didn't know what books to give me. Welcome back. Thanks. So yeah, they didn't know what books to like give me to read because I was like level Z or something, which is the highest. So in second grade, they're like, okay, well, here are the books you can read. And it's all books for like maybe middle school, and I was in elementary school, so I start reading all these terrible, terrible books when I'm 8 years old, and it's all like diaries from people that died. But like really horrific stuff. So I read like diary entries from like people on the Titanic, and then it was like diary entries from people that were like on Mount Everest, and it was like diary entries from like World War II, and then it was like the Holocaust, and like all these terrible things. And I remember it made me like the most depressed 8-year-old ever. I was so miserable because I'd read these like books and I'd be like, I would like self-insert and be like, what if this happened to my mom and dad? And I would just like read all these things and they would just like, and I was like, I want to go back to reading like the picture chapter book. This sucks. I hate this. And I was so like depressed, and I started getting so sad during like classes. And then like now that I'm older, I'm like, why couldn't they just like give me other stuff to read? I don't know. But I remember after like, so they gave me one more test, and then it's kind of like the final reading level test. And after I finished that, they were like, okay, well, now you can read books you want from any level since you completed it, like all the levels. So I immediately went back to like the early levels and started reading like Judy B. Jones. I was like, yay! I can read picture books again! Oh my god. But yeah, I'm like thinking about it now. I'm like, why did they let me read stuff like that? Life-changing content.
So scary.
So scary.
Ugh.
How's your water?
This is good. Oh, what was your favorite like required reading? Like a book you all had to read with the class? I really like The Outsiders.
Oh my god, I love Outsiders! It's very sad, but Book Thief was really good.
Yeah.
Book Thief and...
The Giver was also really good.
Yes. Did you read Fault in Our Stars also?
No, we did not.
So we had that, and did you watch the movie?
No.
Did you know what happened?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna spoil it. So,
okay.
But I'm pretty sure everyone knows what happens. So at the end, the guy dies, right?
Yeah.
But when I was reading it for required reading, I fat fingered or something, and I accidentally turned 2 pages instead of 1. So I completely missed the page where he dies. And I like start the next chapter and everyone's at a funeral. And I was like, oh. I was like, did the main character die? I'm like reading it, and then they're like all gathered at the funeral, and then like they say that it's the guy's funeral, and I was like, what? I was like, he dies? And then I was like, wait, this doesn't make sense. And I was like, okay, I was like, that was really weird. The pacing was so weird. And then I was like, wait. And I start turning like back the page. And I realized I missed like 2 pages. And I like read the pages, and it's like his entire death scene, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
I see. I for some reason was really hyperfixated on Lord of the Flies. So I made like a, you know that meme from Always Sunny, where Charlie's like, he has a bunch of pictures on the wall, and then it's like the red lines and everything.
Yes.
And he's like going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. I finished Lord of the Flies, and I was like, oh my god. And I made like this whole chart of like all the characters, and I like gave them character designs and everything. And I was like, I went crazy. I was like writing like, oh, like the seashell represented society, and then I like wrote this whole chart thing, and I showed it to my teacher. And my teacher was like the only person I would have yapped to at the time. So I straight up gave her like a presentation with like this chart I made, and I was like, and then Ralph was like, this is what he represents, and then Piggy, and I was like explaining the whole thing. I was like frantic, and then at the end of my explanation, she was like, that was amazing, Aki. Do you mind presenting this to my other class? And I was like, no.
No.
I was like, no, I don't want to. Because I was like so socially anxious, I couldn't even do presentations. So she was like, please, like, do you mind showing this to other class? And I was like, no.
No.
And she was like, okay, understandable. And she's like, it's a shame though, you put so much effort into this. And I was like, no.
No.
And then that was like when my hyperfixation ended. Because I was like, okay, I think I have lost my interest. It was really fun though. It was crazy. I like cannot believe I gave them all character designs.
That is peak Aki behavior though.
My teacher was like the only one that knew how like frantic and manic I get over hyperfixations. Because I would straight up show up in her office and like, I read something the other day, and she's like, okay, sit down. And I like sit down, and like the whole lunch period, I just like explained the entire plot to her. And then she's like, wow, what the freak. You know, I read Oyasumi Pun Pun. And I like explained them. It was this one scene that like I stopped at, and I was like, I have to tell my teacher about this. But it was like after something really, it was like one of the first like really traumatic things that happens to Pun Pun.
Yeah.
And then the next day he like decides to try coffee, which is like an adult drink to him. And he tries it, and then it's like this line where it's like, it was so bitter or something. And I was like, oh my god, this is terrible! And I rushed to my teacher's office during lunch, and I was like, I have to get this off my chest. Absolutely terrible. Oh.
You're so
Lord of the
funny.
Flies. Thanks. I am not watching Taco P's Original Sin.
I love Taco
anytime
P.
soon.
I own the physical copies. It's so good. I read the mangaka's other series as well, and it's really good. It's like a mystery. I think that you would actually enjoy it a lot, Aki. The other series made by the Taco P author. Let me see if I can grab it for you, because I don't remember. Oh, the Ichinose Family's Deadly Sins. And
I have heard of that one.
it's about a family that, like, it is a memory loss trope, but, like, everyone has lost their memories, and they have to figure out, like, who they are and what happened.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
It's kind of crazy.
You're so funny. You know, that's actually funny because whenever Shiki and I like are about to drop something traumatic that happened to us, we started off with, you know what's funny? Do you want to hear something funny? And then it's like traumatic event. And it's like, oh my god, that was insane. But then like, and then the next time it will be you that's like, do you want to hear something funny?
It's like a constant back and forth of, oh, that's crazy. Do you want to hear about this really funny thing that happened to me? And it's like this terrible, terrible thing that someone did to one of us.
It's like, it is funny because we both laugh when we like talk about like traumatic things. So like we'll each be describing like something terrible that happened to us, but we'll be laughing the whole time. I'll be like, haha, and then like an even funnier thing was, and then this person did this. Weirdest dream I've had? Oh my god. I usually have lucid dreams. And I'm trying to think of, oh my god. And then everyone died. Yes. I can think of like several. I'm trying to pick which one to tell. Oh my god. I feel like they're all so strange. One of my earliest memories of a nightmare though was it's like when I was still in a crib and like the worst fear you can have is going to the doctor's office. And so one of my earliest nightmares was my mom bringing me to the doctor's. But then the Easter Island statues start bursting through the walls and like chasing everyone in the building down, but they would like crush them and stuff. And then there was also like lasers and like saws coming from the ceiling, and I was like so terrified because it was like my mom trying to escape the building with me, and it made me so scared as like a baby that I could not open my eyes to wake up because I cried so much. My eyes were like crusted shut. It was so good. And that is like one of my earliest memories. And I was like, why did I dream about that? It's like absolutely terrible. I was so terrified. And I was like so young too because I like clearly remember like the memory of the light, like the sunlight filtering through the windows through like my crib. It was terrible. And then I remember I told my mom about the nightmare like when I got older. And then she's like, you know what's funny is that the only way you would know we were at the doctor's office is if you saw the ceiling of the office, because it was like a very specific spackled pattern, and I wouldn't start crying until I saw the ceiling. I'll just start sobbing. And then I remembered that because in that nightmare, it's like most of the perspective was me staring at the ceiling. Like even though like when my mom was trying to like escape the building with me, it was just the ceiling. Because that's like you see the most as a baby. It did mold me into who I was today. And I don't know why it was like the Easter Island statues. I think it's because my parents had a suitcase with like the Easter Island statue on it, and maybe I like was freaked out by it or something.
Maybe.
But it was very interesting. Yes.
Anyone else ever had weird dreams of seeing your classmates naked when you start going through puberty in school? What was that about? I don't think I ever experienced that.
I did not experience that either. I think you're on your own. Just kidding. Yeah, I I've ever experienced that ever. No.
No.
That moment when you're like, hey guys, has anyone else done this before? And everyone's like, no.
It's terrible.
You're like, okay.
That's happened to me before where I was like, do you guys just like ever have this happen to you? And you think it's a universal experience and then it's not, and you feel like a freak. That's happened to me so much when I was in middle school.
That happened to me too, because oh my god, I don't want to like I don't want to trauma dump on stream, but something like I already told you about it. It was like my grandma.
Oh my god.
So I like some like pretty awful things happened when I was a kid, and I remember the moment I realized was because I went like during school. I was like, yeah, I hate it when you're like, I hate it when your family does this. And all the kids were like, what? And I was like, why are you all looking at me like that? Or like, I think the teachers do this thing where like, it's to gauge how your home life is, right? So they'll ask questions and they're like, all right, kids, like, raise your hand if this has happened to you before. And I like usually wait for everyone else to react first. So I was like, waiting, but nobody raised their hand, and I was like, wait, why is no one raising their hand? I was like, I guess I won't raise my hand either. But it's like really that feeling where it's like, what? This doesn't happen to you guys?
Oh.
Oh. What else? Oog. Oog. Yeah, I can't think. I've lost my train of thought.
I've also lost my train of thought. I think this is a good opportunity to end though, since we're past the 3-hour mark.
Oh my god! This is usually how our calls go.
It really is. Oh my god, speaking of Aki, how are you feeling mentally today?
Do you want to watch the movie later?
Yes.
Okay, we can watch it.
Awesome.
I'll let you know when I can.
Awesome.
Lost in the yapping. We do
Lost
both
in the
yap a lot.
We do. We do.
We really do. I
All
think we
right.
talk so much that like when we collab, it's like, but we've already said
We've already said everything.
Oh.
That just shows our closeness, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I hope Aki doesn't get hit by a car while in Asia.
She loses her memory.
Oh. Well, now I'm scared.
I'm so fucking scared.
I'm so freaking scared. Well, now you have planted this thought in my head.
Now Aki will not be able to stop thinking about it. So moted be.
So moted be. Oh my god. When you started saying that, and then yesterday you said like, so moet ibni. And I was like,
What I typoed.
I was like, what is she trying to say? And then I was like, oh wait, I think she's saying so it won't be. My bad. You're not sorry.
You're not sorry.
You're not sorry. Well, now you have to play your turn to die, VSL.
Yeah.
You must feel horrible with me.
That's true. That's true. Alright, everyone.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for listening to me and Aki yap for a while before she goes off for 2 months.
Gets hit by a car. This is terrible. What? I can't imagine not being awake at the same time.
It's okay, because when you get home, we can start planning for when you can visit me.
True. I have to keep living.
Yes.
I have to keep going.
I have to keep going.
Keep going.
Ooh. Alright, everyone. Thank you for joining me and Aki. And Aki, thank you for streaming with me. It was much fun.
It was much fun.
Alright, gamers. We will see you all later. Everyone say bye, Aki, for 2 months.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for talking to me, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Bye-bye.